All right. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome. I see Jinx in the chat. Hello Jinx, how are you doing? And then I also see Donnie. Thank you for the farming as well. I appreciate that. So we have basically two plans for today. The first plan that I think I originally had was I wanted to try to play Hala. The only issue is that the cards might not be programmed until later tonight. So whenever they are programmed, or I think they're already coded, but the data set entry is basically not done yet. So if those happen at some point later in the stream, then we can play a little bit of Hala, kind of try her out. But for now, I think what we're going to actually try to do is play a little bit of Katsu. So I think it's been at least a couple weeks since our last Katsu video. I wanted to actually just play Blazing for Lethal's list because he's been working on some pretty good stuff. I think he's basically changed from like a Kano main to like a Katsu main at this point, which is pretty cool. But I basically took his exact list. I think the only swap I made was reinforce the line for Remembrance, just because I think that's like my kind of preference. Oh, hi girl, I'm gonna go get some lunch, but watch you perform 7 combo jingling turns. That's the hope, at least. So yeah, back to what I was saying, basically, this is Blazing for Lethal's list, just slightly modified. The only swap I basically made was reinforce the lines for Remembrance. I think that hurts our Valda matchup a little, but I do like Remembrance at least as a one-of into Fatigue, so this might, for me, just be like a preference slot. But I'm keeping the rest of the list basically exactly the same because I want to try it out. And I've been goldfishing this deck like a little bit, and it's been going pretty well. There are, I would say, definitely a few struggle matchups for Katsu at the moment. Like I think Vynnset and Victor and Valda, I think, are all pretty rough. But if you can kind of dodge all like these slower decks and kind of pair into like the more aggro strategies, this deck actually does like very, very well. So yeah, nothing too remarkable here. I think it's like pretty similar to my list. I think it's like a little bit heavier on the blues, so I think we're at like 17 blues. And then I still really like Tigrine Reflex as a 3-up. I think this card is like an insane kind of bomb in Katsu, it feels like some of the times. And then what else do we have here? I think that's pretty much it. Like otherwise pretty stock standard. Be Like Water, I think also was replacing, what's that card? What is like that dagger card? The pain in the backside. Basically that was like, replacing like pain in the backside for me. Which I think is reasonable. Like people will often try to like over respect Be Like Water, which I think makes sense. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and queue up some games, see how it goes. Yeah, I'm excited to play some more Katsu. It's been a minute, I would say. And I kind of just want to play someone else's list because I've been kind of like out of the Katsu loop for a little bit. It feels nice to also just like have sideboard options. Like I think his sideboard's like pretty up to date. The only thing I probably messed up is like the Valda board, but I don't really mind that all that much. And even then, the Valda board's like not that messed up. Like it looks like we're running like 60 something into a Valda. All right, so we got our Fatigue matchup. I mean, we'll see if the Huntsman actually ends up staying. But yeah, let's go ahead and select Fatigue, and then I'm going to bring in the extra Remembrances. So hopefully these will actually pay dividends. I think I'm going to run both of them and just do like a clean almost 70 cards. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So I've actually felt like kind of okay about this matchup. It can be a little bit scary, but I think overall you should be able to out-aggro them. Ooh, double okay, the double sigil opener is a little spooky. I think we're gonna take a little bit of damage. I mean, more likely than not, they're just gonna set up an arsenal here. I feel like leaking one is like kind of fine. That's at least my guess. All right, but we got the CYB opener, which is a little bit spooky. So what I'm hoping is I'm going to be able to hit with at least one of these Kadachis so we can turn on our cut-throughs would be the ideal scenario here. If they had like a shelter, that would have been like a blowout. So the nice thing is we do have our Wind Cutter online early, which is better than later. But I feel pretty good at least about this kind of position. I don't even think we're going to go for the bonds or anything here. We're definitely going to Wind Cutter at some point this turn. I guess probably just going to do it later, though. I don't think we're ever going to pop, like, Wind Cutter. Or I guess the Shurikens only work on combo cards, right? So we couldn't even like, if we wanted to do that, we couldn't even done that because of the Cut Through is unfortunately not a combo card. I'd say we're at least doing good on the tempo front. We got our first setup going, and then we also just get Arsenal Bonds, which is great. I don't know. I still love Woodcutter as a card. It's kind of funny to me how people were like pretty negative on this card when I think I like first spoiled it, but like I still think the card's really good. Like it seems like most variants of Katsu right now are running Woodcutter in at least some capacity, which is always interesting to me. All right, unfortunately, no combo card in the yard just yet, but we have time. Let's go and take the Spider's Bite. Worst case scenario would be like CNC from Arsenal or something. Leave No is not the end of the world here. Leave No is like a little bit annoying. Especially because I don't really want to get the bonds banished, ideally. I guess we could at least try to get 4 here. They could have like a Shred if they like another like kind of worst case scenario. Shred would be pretty bad. I think would also be pretty bad. I think we just like have to kind of go for this and just hope it works out. Oh, they did have the Shred. Unlucky. Little unfortunate. My fault for blocking, I guess. That's okay. All right, unlucky on the Shred, but not the end of the world. So I think I don't want to do this. So we'll start with Descendant. I think we're probably just going to Arsenal this and do like 3-1. Hey Rose, how's it going? All right, so we do know that they're on Shreds, which is also going to like try to disincentivize me from blocking. So I think we're just going to try to set the Gust Wave in Arsenal. Pass back. All right, going for buff power on the E-Strike is also not that big a deal. So we will go ahead and just take a little bit of... Again, I think the important part about this matchup is more so the tempo than anything. How do we want to do this? So... probably want to start with the 100 wins. Is that the best option? We could also start with the Be Like Water. The only downside is that we could not give it the +1 with the Shuriken. Interesting. I guess we still start with it anyways. Make them respect it. Are you playing some pirate games? Practicing some gravy? That's fun. Ooh. I actually don't feel like I mind this matchup all that much, but I feel like their start's been pretty good so far. Getting the bonds banished, I think, is probably the roughest thing here. All right, so we cannot pump this, which is fine. But let's go for, I guess, the 100 wins next. We might just like dump the hand here and then just try to go next, basically. Oh, you're playing like a pirate video game. Gotcha, gotcha. I thought you were just playing some more gravy. Oh, okay, we do get a Katsu trigger. So we could just get 100 wits here and discard the Fluster, which would give us exactly... So this becomes 100 wins, but it doesn't get the buff, so that's +3, and then... really nothing we can do with this. Like, I feel like the best case scenario is we discard this, get 100 wins, but I think that's only adding +1 damage. If I'm not wrong, so I feel like that's low value. Let's go ahead and just play up these two both. I think seems logical to me. I think we just want to get them into like combo range for when we do draw the good hand. Oh, you spent like 6 hours on gravy? You testing for any like tournaments or anything? Fun. I feel like Be Like Bottle, Become the Bottle is be Like Bottle. That maybe that's the next Katsu card. But Become the Bottle, I feel like is like the most often the use case you actually want for that card is to like just to like name a Gust Wave or something. I feel like it's like kind of mid outside of like the Gust Wave turns. It feels like. Oh, and I don't think we actually got a chance to win Cutter this turn, dude. That's fine though. And it's probably because we didn't have the blue. All right, now we got a lot of blues. but they're all kind of bad. So I think my play is I'm just gonna like double block this. The only issue is we know they're on shred, so like double blocking kind of feels terrible. But it's probably fine. I think I'm gonna try to just get rid of the dishonor, save the retrace, and do like Kadachi, Gust Wave, Arsenal, Ancestral, maybe play out a Shuriken if we want to. It could stop the Shuriken like pretty easily here though. I just trying stuff out. That makes sense. Kind of surprised to not see the Raven Glove there. So we're kind of doing okay on fatigue. We're getting another Shuriken out, which is good. I feel like once you get the second Shuriken out, it becomes a lot harder for them to block. But we still do just have to be a little bit. So let's grab our second Shuriken. Oh, important note, so you can do this, you have to do this during a reaction. So one thing you can do if you suspect a hunter or hunted is not go for it immediately. That's something I should probably remember in case we do want to go for like the third Shuriken at some point. Alright, already dead should not be too bad here. So this hand actually looks pretty good. We should be able to pop off based on this. So you're contracted to banish, not an action. I need to like remember to read this card. Banish top card of the deck and defending card. Okay, so there's no reason to actually ever block this, I think. They just probably mask plus black decks or whatever and hit us for 1,000,000. For what's worth, their codexes aren't amazing just yet. Like, they don't have a CNC or anything. So we could still be fine. We are taking a lot of damage, which is kind of concerning. I feel like our turn, we haven't actually seen a Surging Strike yet, which is also, like, pretty bad. Alright, that's a last Dishonor, first red Gust Wave. Okay. Seems fine. I'm going to try to make this, hopefully, the good turn. So I think what I'm going to do is try to sandbag their Remembrance in case they do. We haven't seen a single hunter hunted yet. I think, like, this is our way to kind of, like, stuff that, basically. But we are going to have the Empowerment, which should hopefully let us be a little bit annoying here. So let's start on the Empowerment and see what they do. Tenacity could be interesting. Okay, so we do get our Katsu trigger. We can discard the Gust Wave, get our first bonds in the yard. End on Tenacity is an option. Now it also probably let us get a Shuriken at some point this turn. Yeah, I think that's probably the play. And then what are we getting off the bonds, I guess the question. We may get like 100 wins. Seems reasonable. Sure, that seems fine. Let's go ahead and do the Katsu first. I don't think we're going to mask this turn just yet, unless they do something like weird. So Katsu, discard the Gust Wave, grab our bonds. We are insulating ourselves against the hunter here. Hopefully we can start kind of turning a corner here. I know the first couple turns have been a little bit rough. But it always feels nice to resolve a Bonds of Ancestry. Okay, let's grab our 100 wins. I also feel like more and more with like Katsu list recently, you do have to like kind of think a lot harder about like what all the tutor targets are. I feel like that's like the biggest kind of issue with me playing this deck on Talishar. It's just like the triggers are kind of actually like kind of confusing and just kind of hard to sequence. I do love seeing a CNC block as well. Also, I should probably turn these off, shouldn't I? I'm gonna at least turn off the boots. Leave the mask on for now. I don't think we're gonna use it, but just in case. Actually, I'll just turn off both for now. At least that'll make me kind of like think about what I want to do next. All right, so 100 wins. Kadachi, grab the last Shuriken, end on Tenacity, Arsenal of Remembrance. I think that's the play. Seems good. We haven't seen a single hunter hunted yet. Also, the it's taking up half the screen. And this can activate. It doesn't have to be like a ninja attack, right? Okay, so that's good. Alright, tenacity for 4, kind of underwhelming, but not the worst thing in the world. Unfortunately, it doesn't like retroactively pump. It's only when you like do the thing. Alright, so last shuriken is out. We've taken the tempo. Now we just need to find our surging strike like real bad. Oh no, surging, unfortunately. At least the funny part with this is we can remembrance back some random stuff, like probably the bonds. Maybe just throw a dishonor back in there, and then what other target would be probably good? Maybe just throw like a gust wave as well. We have a second tenacity as backup if we need it, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see what they do here. So we'll let them hit so that we don't give them like black text in case they go for that, but then we'll respond to the trigger. Grab our bonds, Descendant, and a Dishonor. So he could still be at risk of Hunter hunted here. But we're kind of doing fine with at least this hand. So let's start with the Kadachis, I think. Get a little bit of damage. I kind of want to just arsenal this Fluster Fist is the goal. Get a block on this, get a block on this. That's kind of the ideal. If they somehow hit a Fluster Fist off the top with a Hunter or Hunted, I think we might just lose the game, though. Because I think they can take like both these copies, which is kind of unfortunate. Alright, end on the Fluster. Still need to find some action here real bad. Shelter is fine. Top of the morning. Hey, Mazbul, how's it going? We're playing some Katsu. The first game is maybe a warm-up game. I also feel like we just like have not drawn super well. I don't know. It's been weird. This hand's actually quite good. So we need to dodge CNC, leave no, and codexes, obviously. Otherwise, we're kind of chilling. I think we're just going to take some damage here. So 4. All right, this next turn is probably going to be the Link's turn. They're just playing out Sigil. All right, that's the last Sigil, fortunately. All right, no Codex is also huge for us. So I think this is going to not be the pop-off turn, but like as close as we can probably get to the pop-off turn. So how do we want to start this? We can kind of just play out the whole hand and then like, so we can play like Kadachi, Descendant, Retrade. I guess there's no real reason to hold the one floating though, right? So we might as well just start like Kadachis. So I think I plan to start at Kadachis, go for Descendant. Descendant turns on Retrace, Retrace turns on Whelming, and then hopefully try to connect with the Whelming at some point. If they do let us hit at some point, might make the turn a little bit more interesting. I too love seeing some Katsu games. Now we have a choice. We could try to Shuriken on this, but I don't even think that's necessarily worth it. Maybe it is. But like we're not really benefiting from that, right? We discard Retrace, Bonds. Like we're not turning on our Whelming, I guess is the issue. Actually, what happens if we grab Mask? So we discard the Retrace, Mask grabs Retrace, Bonds grabs Gust Wave, Gust Wave Whelming, and on a Fluster. Does that work? You could also Retrace into the Fluster is another option. Hold on, I'm gonna send them a thinking. I feel like this is actually kind of an interesting decision point on whether or not we actually want to pump on this. So, like face up, what I want to do is play this Gust Wave turned on by the Retrace. We get Bonds. Bonds gets... If we get Bonds and pop Links, we can kind of do the same thing. And and then end on the fluster, but the fluster won't get pumped by the retrace. I don't think there's like a way we can get a second one, right? But we might just like need to turn a corner here because we are getting like a little bit low. I think I'm supposed to like threaten a shuriken, if that makes sense. We're gonna see how this works out. I don't know if this is necessarily worth it, but this will require us to basically pop everything here. So this is gonna be a weird turn. Let's destroy the Breeze Rider because we need to give one of our gust waves. I think we need to give this gust wave go again. Oh, actually, wait. Do we have another one of these? I think we do. Unless I'm blind and missing it. Okay, no, I think we do. So we destroy the Lynx. Lynx grabs Retrace. Katsu discards the Retrace, gets Bonds. Bonds gets the Gust Wave. I think I thought this through all the way. Bonds gets this last Gust Wave. How many D-reacts in their bin would be a factor for which line I go for? Okay, interesting. So currently they are on one Fate for scene, one Shelter. It seems like they've been pretty light on D-reacts so far. I don't know if that helps sway things, but I think so. The only downside to this line is that we're not getting like Salt the Wound or like one of our like powerful Lynx triggers. The only thing we're doing is like turning on Whelming, which is like not super exciting. Alternatively, okay, so there is actually a backup option here. The backup option is we don't even care about the Whelming this turn. We just play it like Arsenal it, and then we just go for Open the Center on this into Fluster. Is that better? Yeah, it's better. Because that will pump this by 1, 2, 3, 4. We already got 5 on this, so this will go plus 5. So we're basically getting 9 off Lynx, right? Any draw is rarely so turning Fluster a lot more appealing since 5 hit our yeah. I think that's the plan. So I think we do Open the Center and then we don't play the Gust Wave. Interesting. I feel like Katsu lines are so hard. There's so much to think about, it feels like. So now we end on the Fluster. Fluster comes in for 10. So we had a pretty good turn, but they are keeping 5-card hand, which is kind of scary. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, going for Excessive Bloodline. So they really like their hand for some reason. It makes me think that there's like a shred in hand, so I kind of almost just don't want to block. What would kill us here? It's basically cut to the chase, or like it would have to be like double cut to the chase, right? That would be the only thing that kills us like face up here. Alternatively, if they're running like Razor Reflex or something, that would also be annoying. But I think I'm not supposed to actually give them any block value here. Like, I feel like this is bait. Like, I want to actually maybe just try to get them to send another thing with the black text. Decision here is kind of interesting. I think we're not supposed to block is my guess, even though that is going to turn on their black text. There's one cut. Do they have another? Okay, they had double cut. Unfortunate. They might not have had the shred, or let's see if they actually had the shred as well, because I'm kind of curious. Okay, they didn't have the shred. So maybe I should have played around double cut, but they already used one, which was kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we just got a little bit unlucky that game, but we could have maybe played around double cut. I don't know. Feels weird. Maybe a little bit of misplay, but that was a good warm-up game, I think. Let's go ahead and try to get another. So 0-1 on the night. Not too bad, though. I feel like that was like a pretty lucky set of draw. Like, having 2 of the same card, I feel like I shouldn't play around. Alright, so we got a Slippy. Okay, so this is kind of like Marionette, but maybe worse for us. Do we even have aggressive but can block? What does this look like? Okay, they left. Unfortunate. I feel like we played that one like kind of okay. Okay, Ailio. Let's do this one. Okay, so we got the salt, got our blues. I don't think we want AB into Ailio at all, right? I do like the breaking scales kind of switchboard between Windcutter. I think that's actually kind of cool. Or it looks like we're also porting out 2 shurikens. Pretty interesting. Okay, let's run it. Yeah, I don't know if we played that last one wrong, but like we could have maybe played around. Like I feel like we're either like playing into shred or we're playing into cut to the chase, I guess. Kind of interesting to think about. Okay, starting with the blast. Let's go ahead and give them. I don't want to save the Tigrine and the Hunterwind, so let's go ahead and give them 2 here. I imagine they're probably just like bouncing with like a spell or something. Okay, press is pretty good. I've been seeing a lot more Ailios on press. I don't know when they bring this like in and out, but maybe they run into us. Also interesting that they're discarding the conductivity. Interesting. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so we have kind of bonds, right? We can kind of do like a mini bonds line. Alright, let's go for the Underwinds. So my goal is to hopefully T-Green. But what is the follow-up play? I guess we just like pitch the gust wave to the gust wave. Seems reasonable. Let's go ahead and just play this out though. It could be on D-Reacts, but I've rarely seen like I feel like if they're on lightning press, D-React would not be super expected there. Let me go ahead and return off these also real quick. Alright, Katsu. I feel like this is like one of the reasons to play Katsu though. It's always fun. The Ailio matchup feels very, very good for us. Alright, Lynx, no. So the only downside to doing this is that we don't get to keep an arsenal. But we do get to get our first bonds in the yard, which is pretty good. It's alright. Probably just gonna get another 100 wins here. And I want to try to block with these as soon as possible. Alright, playing out the sigil. Interesting. Does that mean they want to like flash a brilliance, like pop that? I feel like that's generally not what you're supposed to do, right? Like you want to have the sigil brilliance like played out on like the end of your turn so that you can like keep like a massive hand generally. Okay, it looks like they are going to cash in the equipment. Huh. Good. Okay. Maybe what they're doing is they're trying to like fix a Gone in a Flash or something. That could also be the case. They're gonna bounce the Sigil Brilliance, discard. Well, they're discarding. Huh. They're discarding Discharge, which means like this is one of the best cards to keep on the Gone in a Flash turn because you get basically like a 0 for 7 out of it. So this discard to me indicates that they do not actually have Gone. At least they didn't have Gone before that draw. Unless they're just like digging super fast for it, which is also very aggressive. Huh. They're doing stuff here. I guess they can also like shock me on my turn or something, but they have to pitch for it. Or do they have to pitch for it? Or no, they played out the Sigil Brilliance stuff. Okay, they do not have to pitch for it. So they do functionally get like the 5 card draw or whatever. Okay. Kind of like still okay with this though. Like they're still only having like a 4 card Ailio hand next turn, maybe 5 if you count the CLV, but that's not like the crazy like 6 card Ailio hand or anything. So we can actually do. So hopefully if they don't block next turn, we can actually do like the full Dishonor line, I think. Okay, they did have Gone. Weird. Okay. If that's the case, then we might as well just block out with this hand because it's kind of bad. We shouldn't block out with the prowess though. We should actually block with these 2. Chris asks if the Hala cards are going live on Talishar soon. So the latest update from Tyler, who is the Fab Cube owner, and he also owns like the data set, is that He's gonna try to get them done basically like later tonight. But I've not heard back any more than that. This is like the most mid. I guess this isn't even the Gone in a Flash turn. It's just like a okay turn. Well, that's not very exciting. Okay, didn't play around the Mind Warp. So we know did they pitch the gun? No, they pitched the blast, right? Okay, so this is actually pretty bad for us now. Mind Warp is pretty rough. We could have not blocked there if we thought. So I thought they were gonna go for the Greaves turn, but maybe I wasn't supposed to block that early. I feel like we still probably get ruined off the double blue with the Gone in a Flash. I guess I'm just gonna Arsenal this. I don't know. I don't know which of these is also better to Arsenal. Feel probably about the same. I throw Fluster, get in the yard. Oh, that makes sense. We do not have a Fluster currently. Yeah, that's fair. And it's also like the same amount of damage, right? If we just throw the Fluster, gets in the yard, and then we don't have to like worry about it. Seems alright. We already have like Dishonor in the yard, so I think I like that play a little bit better. Alright, we got the Blast. I guess the question is this the Greaves turn? Probably. But I don't think we're supposed to block. I think we're just supposed to like take as much damage as we humanly can. I feel like if we keep blocking, that's like kind of a recipe for just like getting blown out by like if they decide to like not go for the combo, then we're kind of like just taking like time walking ourselves basically. I think we're supposed to go for it here. I think I'm just gonna rip the Harmony and then try to go for the Gust Wave here. Okay, so they might be going for the Gone now. Let's see. I just need them to have like kind of a mid combo turn. Not going for it yet, it looks like. Alright, so we need to kill them like next turn, basically. I think that's the game plan here. I'll shock, sure. Alright, let's try to kill them like immediately. That's my goal here. Alright, so back in the day, I don't know if you remember any of my Zen content, but back in the day, the reason why I was the best Zen player in the world was because I always hit my harmonies. So I want to see the best harmony hit in the world right now. Okay, it's prowess. Never mind, I'm trash. Let's go ahead and then do Hidachi's. So we're gonna hope that the Gust Wave hits. The nice part is they're probably not gonna block the Gust Wave. What's up? Listen, I was trying to talk some shit. It didn't work out. Keegan's making fun of me. Everyone's mad at me now. Everyone's mad and upset at me now.
No one likes me.
It's true. Alright, so let's turn on our stuff here. I'm not gonna scales yet because there's no real reason to. Ooh, the cloud cover is annoying. Okay, so that is unfortunate. But at least they're not sending damage at us, so we can kind of just do the same thing next turn, assuming that we draw better. Okay, this is pretty good. So I think I'm even going to just crack cross-trap on this next turn. Yep, no blocks. Again, I don't think they're going to combo me with like 2 cards in hand. I doubt it. We'll see what they can do. Or maybe they are going to go for it. Do they just like draw the nuts? Also possible. Alright, Somersault is whatever. 21 is definitely lethal range for sure. I'm kind of more so worried about us dying. But we can at least probably block out the Empowerment this turn if we want to. Yeah, we might be the ones getting lethal. We kind of just like running. I haven't seen a Surging Strike all day. is a little unfortunate.
You have them in the deck.
I'm pretty sure they're in the deck. I didn't make this deck. Blazing made this deck. Wait, did they punt? I think they punted. They could have sent double gun on a flash and forced a card out of hand, right? Okay, well we're gonna try to punish them for that. Okay, so we're gonna pop the cross trap just for Gust Wave here, just so we can keep an extra card in hand. And because we also just like haven't seen our surging yet. Yeah, I think they fucked up because like they could have sent a lot more damage there, I think. Now the question is, do I want to gamble on the empowerment? Because we do have the breaking scales already at the ready, which means that the empowerment is guaranteed discard. I think if we draw into a surging strike, we like kind of lose the game, right? So I don't think we should gamble. Me today when I was playing Gravy and didn't see Conk for 3 games in a row. I know, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes RNG is not on your side. All right,
That's like the worst part about card games. Is like sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are.
Okay, so what I did here is I'm basically cracking the breaking scale so that we don't lose the game on the spot if we draw in a surging strike, and then we're going to pop everything here. So, do we actually need the Breeze Rider boot? Probably, because we do have Dishonor that we probably want to play out. So I will Breeze Riders. We will Lynx for what? I guess we don't have to Lynx right away. We can skip the Lynx for now, I think. We should be hitting at some point this combo chain. All right, and then we get the Katsu. I'm going to take the safe line here and just try to discard the empowerment because I think we get blown out of the water if we don't do that. So we can get, so we have 1 bonds left. Or we have 1 bonds in hand. The bonds gets the bonds. I guess it doesn't matter. So we should actually get the card first here, right? Okay, so bonds gets bonds, become the bottle, becomes Descendant Gust Wave. Which means we can play the second bonds. And after the second bonds, we play out Dishonor, which has Go again. Then on this one, we should get... We can do like Retrace Fluster if we want to. Retrace Fluster. We don't have a Gust Wave is the issue. So if that's the case, then we should just get... What here? Okay, our opponents can see. What was actually the correct get off the Katsu there? I'm kind of curious. We get like, I think the best we can do is like a 0 for 4 there. Am I wrong? Or we could have gotten the bonds. What does the bonds get otherwise? We could have gone for like double Dishonor or something. But I don't think the Dishonor is like turned on. Okay. Well, we'll save that as Retrace Fluster. So how do we do that? We do so Descendant, grab bonds, become the bottle, bonds grabs bonds, bonds then gets a... So how do we get the Retrace Fluster? So Mask gets Retrace, the bonds gets Fluster Fist, and then how do we get the Gust Wave? That's the question. Do we get the Gust Wave off of the Katsu trigger? Is that how we get the Gust Wave? Maybe that's how we do it. I'm struggling to like mentally map that out because the game has ended, but I think we killed there. Anyways, let's go ahead and go to the next one. All right, we've managed to kind of redeem ourselves, maybe on a technicality, but that's fine. This deck is a lot of fun though. It's fun bullying Ailio players. Tegan will tell you. So you use the Retrace for bonds and save Become for the Fluster. We either can double bonds and salt or single bonds Retrace Fluster. So I want to double bonds, right? Because that's like more damage, and then we get salt at the end, right? That's the play. All right, playing against a Cassai. I guess this is aggressive but can block. Is that an accurate description? I think I want Tenacity though, like a 1-of. I don't actually know how to board for this. Let's maybe fat deck 1 card. Maybe that's probably fine. Alright, so we got 2 bottles. Interesting. Alright, looks like they are fat decking slightly. We could have actually also brought in the Remembrance for this matchup, but I don't know if we need it. Let's start Start with some Kadachis, I think. See if they want to block. I'd like to see the Dynamo block. Yeah. Mosspool, tell me which line actually ends up better. I feel like double bonds is always better math, but I could be wrong. I will become Valiant Dynamos. That sounds fun. We could empowerment this if we wanted to. I don't want to just save the empowerment though. I don't know. So that was the first card they blocked with, right? Or I guess they have 2 yellows in the bin now. I'm just gonna pass. Arsenal to become the bottle, I think, is the play. I just want to guarantee that I'm gonna have like a good starting turn next turn. Alright, so this could be the ally go again. I don't think we care. Or Blade Runner. Blade Runner is also as inefficient. So like to see that. Alright, no blocks. Oh, we could have actually given the Breeze Rider, but I guess Breeze Rider could potentially block something. Who knows? Alright, let's try to get the double bonds here is like a little bit unfortunate. Especially with no combo cards in graveyard just yet. Oh, they're gonna make me discard too? Gross. Blunton is the card. I have not actually seen anyone play this card. It's kind of wild. Unlucky? Unlucky. That's fine. The people are prepared for Katsu today. That's the nice part about playing Marlin is you don't get to see Blunton. Alright, but we can also play Blunton, I guess. Is the fun part. So my goal here is to hopefully get them with the empowerment and then draw something good. I guess we will just go for the empowerment here. This is probably a D-React, but D-React makes sense. Yeah, you gotta be prepared for the Katsu, clearly. Then do I just want to get a retrace in the yard? We don't have a ton of combo cards. So if I close the chain, how many combo cards have we played? We don't have any combo cards other than the bonds. I think I'm just supposed to play this out just to get it in the graveyard. And we also couldn't, unfortunately, have Windcutter there because I think we only hit with 1 chain link, if I'm not wrong. For what it's worth, at least with the Blunton, is that they did give us bonds in the graveyard, which is not nothing. This hand could do stuff. Alright, Cassai ability seems fine. So we have a couple options here. We could block 6 and then block 2 on the hot streak, but that would be assuming that they have nothing in their arsenal. And then we play out like Shuriken or something. The alternative play is we just kind of go for big turn next turn, but the problem is they can kind of stuff it pretty easily. You could also just YOLO off the Harmony, though. Is another fun option. A couple interesting choices here. I feel like no blocks is probably still correct, though. Yeah, the button was really good there. Alright, they maybe want to just Brave Torch this. Good. Sure. So I'm hoping the ideal world is we hit a Gust Wave off the Ancestral Harmony, and then we just get to blow them up. But the last Harmony did not go so well, so I didn't expect this one to also go well. So now the question is, do we even want to go for anything here? I kind of almost don't want to play into another Blunton, as crazy as that is. Unlucky. Let's go for, I guess, the Underwinds first and see what they do. Like, I think my plan is to go Surging Strike. I'll also just play out the Silverwind Shuriken. The option is we IP with the Surging Strike, play Silverwind Shuriken, or we can just, like, send 5 damage. I don't love this line. Feels really awkward. Maybe we weren't supposed to gamble on the Harmony. But I love gambling on her, so. Let's just go for the silver one. I think we're fine, like, IPing with the Searching Strike, and it could also make their hand awkward if they keep, like, a direct here. I feel like these hands are just, like, not coming together. The Bond's draws have also been just super awkward. I kind of think we should just go for it again. It's gonna feel bad though when they make a ton of copper and then just kill us. What is the play here? I think given that we might be losing this game already, I kind of want to just take the line that has the highest possibility of high rolling them. Like, I think I want to go for this because it is the best content play, I guess. Well, not even the best content. Like, I think this is, like, the best play in terms of, like, it kind of feels like we're getting bodied right now because our draws have been kind of rough. I think I don't mind this. Let's go for it. Again, we're already kind of leaking, like, a ton of damage, so let's just hope for another gust wave, please. Okay, we actually hit. That's insane. But okay. Yeah, I think we just go for it now. Okay, so now I think that was actually the turn we needed. So now we get to start with the Surging into Descendant, and that's kind of disgusting. I feel like this is the line we kind of like had to go for. If that makes sense. Like, we kind of just needed to do something aggressive here. So I will go for the pump on the Shuriken. Ooh, they have taken on the chin. Okay, interesting. I think that's that bad, though. Because now we just get to go bonds. So bonds will get... We have the bonds in the arsenal. We can get Retrace naming itself. Retrace. The issue is the tenacity is in our hand, which would have been kind of nice here. What's the alternative play? Is there, we can't actually get a gust wave off the links if we wanted to, right? We could get a blue whelming if we wanted to. Or also yellow descendant, but that doesn't work. Oh, single bonds retrace is higher damage after 3 on hits. But since your graveyard was trash, double bonds is higher. Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. I'm trying to debate what we actually want to do here. Maybe the tenacity isn't actually that good. Let's go ahead and grab retrace, I think. So we hit here. Let's... We get Tempest Palm, right? Tempest Palm lets us do this. What does Lynx get, though? I guess is the better question. Alright, so it's not Breeze Rider yet. No Breeze Riders. No Lynx just yet. No Katsu. So let's grab... technically, if we wanted to, we could have gotten the Gust Wave and popped the Breeze Riders. Just another option. It's too much to think about with this deck. And then what does this Bonds get? This Bonds gets 100 wins. And the Lynx gets Salt or something. Alright, so let's definitely pop the Lynx here and just see what there is to see. Let's also turn off the Breeze Rider for now. Alright, pop the Lynx. Could also dishonor them. But then that doesn't have to go again is the issue. Right? So that's not a good option. Let's go for the Salt then. So now we played the Retrace. And just name it Gust Wave. I don't know if I fully played this right, but it seems good enough. Or close to good enough. I feel like our graveyard for this was just like super awkward dealing issue. They're tunicking for... They have Oasis or something? Okay. Sure. It would be so funny to make her lose her hero text, though. That's fair. I mean, I don't know if we need it. I don't know. It seems pretty alright. It's only coming in for 6, but like 6 damage off links is like the bottom of the acceptable threshold at least. And we have full tempo for what that's worth. Let's go ahead. So we want to hold on to the blue fluster. Let's pitch the whelming here. Do some Kodaching. I think we don't want to Kodachi just yet, though. Let's go and play the Descendant, force him to block. So we firmly have the tempo now, which is the important part. Now it's just kind of finishing out the game. So we can't bump there. That's fine. Let's do just 100 wins. See if they want to block. Yeah, they do. That's good. And we don't have a fluster in the yard yet, but we already used all our bonds, so I guess the yard doesn't really matter at this point. So let's go ahead and just Kodachi again. Alright, so they have denied the Shuriken for what that's worth. But their hand's probably going to be pretty mid next turn. Okay, not too bad. They're going to Cassai again. We do have to be really careful about like spoils or is that what the card's called? Spoils of War? Am I hallucinating a card name? The card where they pop all their copper and then do something. It's not Raise an Army, it's the other one. It is Spoils of War, right? Or no, Spoils of War is the thing that makes the copper. Yeah. Okay, what is the thing that they Blood on Our Hands? That's the card. One day I'll be able to like remember cards, but not today. Another Blunton. Oh my god. Bluntons are crazy. Sure. Let's discard Tempest Palm then. Yeah, Blood on Our Hands, thank you. I got there eventually. It's been a long day. We might be losing to Blunton, which is very funny. But that's okay. Alright, we got the Gust Wave in the arsenal. Are we still not drawing a Surging Strike? Oh no, we did draw one. We did draw one. Yeah, that's true. I feel like we've only seen like one Surging Strike in the past like 3 games. I feel like that's not ideal. So we could Harmony this if we wanted to at a later point, but I don't think there's a reason to. Yeah, I'm really not good at drawing Surging, apparently. These hands have been, like, kind of mid. I'd say below average hands. That's okay. We're always going to hit Surging off the top is the upside, right? So, okay, that's not bad. Got you it up. Blunton is such a funny card. I kind of agree with that. Alright, so that turns on our cut through, which is nice. We also haven't like been able to get our win cutter value as well. I think a lot of things have not been going super well for us this game, but that's okay. Rarely do they. Let's go for the Kodachi then. Yeah, I think we're back in this with the hit off the top. That was pretty good. And we also get to threaten the Tigrine on this, which is pretty sweet. Assuming they go for like D-React or something. I don't think we're in like a terrible spot here. I feel like the draws have just like been awkward as hell. That's okay though. We can still recover from this. I feel like maybe we could have squeezed a little bit more damage out of our combo turn. It's hard to think about everything. So I'm assuming they're gonna have React here. Let's also turn on our shoes for what it's worth. I guess this doesn't change regardless of what they have. If they have like the single React, then we're still doing this anyways. Alright, so we get to do both these things. Katsu. What is the best target here? Does it matter? Can you like retrace, name, searching? I don't think it matters, right? No, I don't think it does. Alright, let's just get a 0 for 4 then. What's the best 0 for 4? think Retrace is good to leave in the deck, especially since we've seen 2 of them already, so I guess we should just get a red Fluster. Seems good. Also, we probably shouldn't have played our Arsenal. Yeah, I think I'm glad that I'm at least landing on the same lines as Mosspool, just because I haven't played this deck in a while. I tried to shake off the rust last night, just with generally, like, always before my streams, I try to just like shake off any like rust when playing a deck if I haven't like played it in a while. So I'm not like completely out of practice, but it's been a minute. Let's go ahead and just get the Wind Cutter now for what it's worth, in case it threatens lethal. Yeah, I'm glad to see that we're converging on the same lines. Always good. Alright, Cassai with 2 cards in hand. Pretty scary. You're better than me, I can play 2. I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily play more than 2 decks. Alright, I think I'm not supposed to go for... Maybe I was supposed to go for the Shuriken. Or actually, hold on. I think I'm actually supposed to go for the Shuriken there. One more time. Alright. There we go. Alright, Bluster. I think I am supposed to Shuriken because that gets to Kadachi range, right? Kind of. I guess they're never really in Kadachi range with Dynamos, but there's like a world where we don't get that extra point of value. Yeah, I think Dark Odious, I think you're right on the Pop Shuriken. I think I did that before I saw your chat. Yeah. Alright, so this is coming to 4. They have the Slice and Dice, so this is most likely go again. I guess the one card we should play around is Blade Flurry, which would pump on Chainlink 1. So I guess the block would have to be... So Wind Cutter would not put us out of Shuriken range, or it wouldn't put us out of Blade Flurry range. So I feel like this is most likely go again. But if it is Blade Flurry, then I'm getting got pretty good. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think we're beating Flurry. I like that thought, Muspool. I don't know if we're even beating this, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. They're gonna get the gold on hit, so we need to give them 6, which we can technically do. However, by giving them 6, we're not in a great spot. If it was Flurry, they lead with Hot Streak. That makes sense. Yeah. That's fair. We cannot block 3 here, because we'll die, but I think this is probably the block, right? Yeah, seems good. I mean, it's not great because they have Dynamo, so we're only taking 1 card out of their hand. It's still really awkward. And we couldn't have blocked with the Descendant, otherwise we die, right? Yeah. That makes sense. I guess... Is there any worlds where it is better to become the bottle than it is to send... I guess the world where they have, like, Shelter, that lets them, like, keep their Dynamos around. I don't know if it matters much here. Yeah, I think we're just pretty dead. We're, like, 1 off, which is super close. I think if we had, like, this be, like, another better yellow, would have been nice. Unlucky. Pretty close game, though. I think we could have played, like, a little bit tighter. We can't technically deny Skogan if we want to, but we might as well try that. Might not have anything. Oh, they don't have anything? We're not dead? Oh, no, we're dead. Wait. Oh, they have Blade Runner. Okay. I was excited there for a second, because I'm like, maybe we're actually alive, but we were... I think I just, like, missed the Blade Runner. GG's, yeah, unfortunate. They probably just kill us here, I imagine, or not. Interesting. I guess I will continue to dirtle, assuming they maybe don't have anything, but I doubt. Like, Cassai is generally pretty consistent about doing stuff. Oh, with an agility, it should be pretty much here. Alright, there's the blood on our hands. Alright, we'll scoop into that. Fair enough. Alright. I think we maybe get that game with a little bit of tighter play. Watching you play Katsu is reminding me of watching a different Talishar YouTuber playing Zen. Oh yeah, I wonder who that other Zen YouTuber was. It's always fun. I don't know. I like resolving ancestral harmony. It's a good time. All right. Okay, we have the chance to redeem ourselves against a huntsman, which means maybe we should. Do we want first or second in a huntsman? Actually, don't know. I feel like given that the last huntsman was pretty aggressive, we maybe want to go second. Oh, first for sure. Okay, let's go first. I trust Muspool. Let's do fatigue. Bring in our remembrances. Run it. Okay, what do we want to do with this hand? So I think we just want to get combo in the yard. That's the first thing that kind of speaks to me here. Like, I think maybe what I want to do is be like Water, 100 Winds, maybe like pitch to Kadachi. Alright, so that was a, what color shred was that? That was a yellow shred, so that's good info. We could also just IP with the pawns if we wanted to, which I don't think is that unreasonable. Yeah, I think I like throwing the ear. I think I'm actually just gonna IP with the bonds instead of trying to play out the Kadachi here, or just trying to throw one extra damage. I feel like IPing with the bond seems pretty okay. Okay, Command and Conquer is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. So we can block 6 here, get the first bonds in the yard, and then we can do a couple things here. So the first option is we can... I think I'm just wanting to try set up the first shuriken here. So I kind of like taking a little bit of an off turn. And then this also strands them with deer reacts if they have them. I think that's the line. Also, if anyone's in chat and is in the Talishar Discord, let me know if they do code the Hala cards because we can go ahead and give that a shot. And that's basically exactly what I wanted, seeing 2 D-Reacts in pitch there. It's fantastic. So this next turn, if they don't disrupt us here, might be the pop-off turn. I think I'm supposed to respect this at the Breeze Rider and nothing else. Just hope they don't have any follow-up. Yeah, they do have the Concealed Blade. If they had a yellow off the top, though, we're kind of chilling. I did the blue. It's like annoying, but not the end of the world. Yeah, I think Boots and Prey is the move there. But didn't work out. That's fine. What do we want to do now? So we are playing to fatigue, so the Ancestral Harmony is risky. But do we have a better line? Not really, right? I mean, we could searching... Be like Kadachi searching. That's kind of mid. Yeah, just like ripping the harmony here. Alright, Tenacity hit is unfortunate, but we do have a backup Tenacity, so it's not the end of the world. Hopefully, maybe just get another Shuriken out here. Alright, they are going to give us the block respect, though. Wonder how often I should actually be playing out in Ancestral Harmony in this matchup. I feel like if maybe only if I have like the nut hand, maybe I should, but I feel like there's a lot of upside to playing it there. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, they just pass? Okay. They want to do something else there. Sense. This hand is also looking okay. So given that we know that they're on multiple copies of Shred, blocking is basically pointless, so not. Let's hope they can't follow up with like a CNC or some other annoying combo card. But I like taking a little bit of damage here. Alright, Mask is also fine. Alright, hitting a lot of silver there. It's good. That's one Shuriken down, but that's not the end of the world. What are we gonna do now? So we have the T-Green, which is good. We can pop our cross trap for the first surging, which is also fine. I guess the question is, like, do I want to lead off on Be Like Water? Not particularly. I mean, it's, like, fine. It's, like, close to being a really good hand. Maybe it is a really good hand. Not seeing it. So the T green is what we want to obviously discard the Katsu, which means we should play the Be Like Water first. I believe it's play Be Like Water first, right? Because then we can pop Surging, then T green. That makes sense. Close chain, cross strap. So my goal here is to... Oh, but this doesn't work, right? Because... Well, it just means the Tempest Palm doesn't get value right away. I guess we can still do this and get... No, but that doesn't work. It's still fine, I think. Because they are blocking here, at least. So this is only getting 0 for 5 is the issue. Oh, wait, no. Become the Bottle, become Surging Strike, right? Okay, wait, this is fine. So we do this. And now we do this, I believe. Okay? Sure. Assuming they don't have anything here. Which they might, which is fine. But then we should still be able to get the value on this. Yeah, I forgot the bottle can become Surge. It's been a while. So hopefully this now connects. So we actually might want to Lynx here. We can get 100 wins and then Lynx. It's not bad Lynx, right? They blocked with their whole hand, plus they blocked 1, 2, 3. They have 1 card in hand. I guess Lynx isn't actually that good, right? Well, we're definitely Katsuing. So let's Katsu, discard this, grab another Bonds, I think is reasonable. Sure. Let's grab another Bonds. And then Breeze Rider, no. Lynx, question mark. Say no to the Lynx for now, I think. So now we can get banish the blue fluster, get a red fluster. Also, I need Lynx to stop showing on the screen. Yeah, that seems fine. We do want to save, I think, 1 fluster just for doing any like crazy comboing, I think. No. Turn these off. I think we could have gone like a little bit taller with the Lynx there, but I don't know if we needed to. Seems like at least we kind of stole the tempo back, which is always nice. But I think we're kind of chilling now. Alright, Fleece the Frail. 2 or less base block. No blocks. They could pop their Perdition again if they really wanted to, but I don't see a strong reason to. Interesting. They also invited me to chat. I don't know what that means. Oh, love your videos. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I cannot see your name because I'm in streamer mode and that's not allowed, but I appreciate that. So whoever said love your videos, but with a Y-O-R instead of your, oh, after this you're gonna go watch live? Okay, yeah. Whoever shows up in chat later, I appreciate that. Okay, let's go for the empowerment here. Okay, Gust Wave, the second one is good. So we might be getting a retrace here, assuming that this does connect. Could also get a retrace off the Lynx. It's interesting. Could get Bonds, which would grab... Well. Huh. Lots of decisions here. I think I'm just going to take the normal line and Katsu. Yeah, let's Katsu. Discard this. Grab Retrace. No Lynx. Play out the Retrace. And then we'll name Surging on this. think I just want to be as annoying as possible here. We still have also the one more shuriken left that we do want to play out. Alright, no links. I think that's fine for now, and then we'll follow up with the whelming. So this should hopefully buy blocks. Yeah, retraces it. Thank you. I think I am going to pop the shuriken just for value, because we do have another one kind of as follow-up. So let's do the whelming first and see what we hit. All right, we hit a descendant, which is good arsenal target for next turn. Oh shit, I messed up. Wait, hold on. Sorry. I slightly punted. I should have. Hold on. Sorry. One more time. I should have done the wind cutter before the gust wave, right? I'm supposed to do this as well. Because I remember I can't. It's an attack reaction, not an instant. So this might actually change the draw on the whelming, which is fine. All right, so Harmony is not a bad arsenal, and then no links. Arsenal pass, I think. They're a little low on cards, but I think that's fine. Yeah. I know a couple things about Katsu. Not a ton, but, you know, a few things. Yeah, this is rough. So the question here is, do we want to just let them have the value on the Harmony? I mean, losing Harmony is not the end of the world here. Still, that's like the last Harmony, but I don't think this card is like actually that important. I think I just want to buy back some bonds here. Like buy back bonds and like a surging or something, or what else have we used a lot of? Me like a fluster, like 2 bonds and a fluster. I kind of want to like keep the remembrance here, and I don't want to like block out because I don't want to give them like full tempo. Like I think my line is I want to go like Kadachi, surging, maybe descendant. You like full block remembrance? Okay, we can try that. I don't know how important it is holding on to the Harmony though. Like it kind of almost feels like fine to lose that. Kind of interesting though. All right, let's go for the remembrance. I guess there's no real reason to like take a bunch of damage, right? Now we can maybe grab. How many retraces I guess have we used? Underwinds, Gust Wave. The last card's a little bit of a mystery to me. Yeah, big turns are definitely important. That makes sense. I think I like grabbing like the red descendant here. Maybe what I'm gravitating towards, but I don't feel like super strongly about that. All right, another remembrance might end up getting pitched this turn. Let's see how disruptive their turn is, though. For what it's worth, taking off turns against decks with a lot of D-Reacts is always nice. And if this is what they're starting on, there's very few things that they can have. They can have like the last coercive would be like that the way to like chain into something that's actually disruptive here. All right, so this cut, which we don't care about. Surging, Red Descendant, or Whelming. Yeah, I think like just any kind of value card, I think there makes a bit of sense. All right, so I think this is going to be the turn. I think we're actually going to end up discarding the Remembrance here. Assuming that we do hit off the top, and then we do some other fun stuff. All right. Okay, off to a very good start. That is why they call me the best Zen player in the world. Fair enough. Seems good. I apologize, opponent. So I would feel bad, but there's no RNG involved, right? Because I'm the best Zen player in the world. This was guaranteed to happen. Interesting. So we do have an option to Remembrance in response to this, but I don't even think I care. Right? I don't think I care. Like they can do this, but like we're not trying to have more than one turn. More like this is going to be like the last turn, right? So I think this doesn't matter. That's my logic. And then we can get another bonds by discarding this, I think is the plan. I think this is fine. I'm just going to let this resolve. Yeah, they have to hit the 1 of Tempest Palm Gust Wave in order for this to actually matter, I think. Okay, they hit the bond. Hitting the bonds is pretty bad. That could have gone a little bit better, but that's still okay. That's also a pretty good hit. All right. Yep, that's pretty good. Unlucky, unlucky. That's fine. I mean, we did at least hit the bonds off the top, so like some good RNG deserves another, right? What do we have left for Link's targets? So we have one tenacity gone. We could still have another tenacity. It's gonna be interesting. I like to see those blocks. Okay, so how aggressive do we want to be here? This is pretty interesting. So we have one chain link blocked on the surging, nothing on the Kadachi, and then this is 4, so their tenacity will be coming in for 6, which is alright. Now what is the bonds getting, I guess is the question. Bonds gets interesting. What do we want here? Like maybe like a gust wave or something? I don't know if we can do better than a 0 for 4 from the bin. Let's just get a 0 for 4. Assuming that we haven't banished them all. We could also get whelming, but then there's no way to turn that on, right? Let's gust wave it. Retrace Fluster is decent damage. Yes. I think that's the line I think at least I'm seeing here. But is that better than grabbing Tenacity off this? Maybe it is. Let's go and pop the Breeze Riders then. Pop Links, grab the last Retrace. Then we can Katsu, get the last Fluster. Is that the plan? Oh, where's the last Fluster? There we go. Seems good. Yeah, true. With the Tenacity does not notably get buffed by the Harmony. So this is open center. It's good. Not too shabby. I mean, we put them to 1. Oh, we could have silver one. Whatever. Okay. Hopefully doesn't matter too much. But minor punt. Yeah, missed lethal. That's why I'm not blazing for lethal. I'm blazing for missed lethal. Okay. We'll find a way to hopefully kill them. But yeah, that was a punt. All right. I just wanted to play more game. That's the real answer, right? Unlucky missed lethal. We at least get quadruple Kadachis here, which is not bad. And then do we actually have another Shuriken? We do not currently. I think we still win this, so I'm not gonna like go back and undo. Hopefully. I could also be eating my words. I'm just gonna go up an Arsenal just so we're not like playing into Kodak super hard as well. All right, if they're able to clutch this out, they deserve it. That's on me. Oh, Felshire cooperating. There we go. That's okay. Everyone's allowed 1 or 2 little punts as a treat. Let's do. Actually, might have want to hold on. That's actually too big of a punt. Let's maybe hold on to the prowess in case we want it. Kadachi Lock should hopefully get there though. They might have actually Oasis here. Or maybe they're just pulling Tunic Counter for the funsies of it. So now we have the option to play out the prowess. Or I guess we should just probably take 2 cards out of their hand, right? It's probably the best play. Interesting. Maybe the Oasis? Oh. I mean, I'll force them to use another react here. Seems good for me. Okay, not too bad. It's Arsenal the Palace, probably. Interesting. Alright, this is definitely my fault. All right, give me a bunch of thumbs downs in chat if you think this was my fault. I think 100% this was my. We maybe accidentally created like 4 or 5 more turns in this game, but that's fine. That just means more fun, right? Okay, leave no, not too bad. Not actually that bad for us, I think. Still get to do Kadachi stuff. Okay, we got there. Cool. Hey, more time to think on how to lethal again. Well, this Kadachi got there, and that's what matters, right? I'm kind of curious what their deck was. Also, if they stop by chat, let me know. But Hunter on it, Shelter, Shreds, yeah, pretty good stuff. I think this is like the ideal, like kind of what you want to do in this matchup is just hope to not get disrupted like kind of multiple turns in a row. Like it seems like they kind of struggled more than like the first Arakni we kind of played against. Yeah, never punished, always in control. Exactly. We got to play more Flesh and Blood. And that's the important part, right? Let me go and check actually if the Talishar, if those are up yet. Okay, wait, actually, okay, it seems like the Hala cards are actually good. All right, chat, what do we want to do actually? So you have 2 options. We can keep playing Katsu, and then I could do a Hala video later, or alternatively, we can play some Hala. What are we feeling? Because it looks like the cards are live. Let me actually just double check and see if the cards are live first before I present that as an option. Are we feeling the Katsu or the Hala? All right, let's try this in practice mode and see if this works. No, not quite yet. It looks like. Oh, hey Lucas, how's it going? You're the Arakni? Nice. Yeah, good games. So we might be doing Hala stuff. But it seems like I need to do future classic constructive. That's the issue, right? No, that's still. Hold on, let me refresh. Let's try one more time. It might not be live just yet. Let's see. I was looking in the dev general at Oh, you're trying to learn Arakni? Yeah, it's kind of a tough deck actually. I think we're missing flow state of embodiment. Well, the Omens cards have that spoil. Okay, Omens. Okay, actually, I don't know. I don't actually know if the Hala cards are up yet. All right, we might have to save that for another video. Unfortunately, seems like they're maybe not quite ready. Let me do one more try, just for the sake of it. Do one last Hala attempt, and then worst case scenario, I'll try to do it for Fridays and see how that goes. Oh yeah, good game as well. I think Katsu is always fun. What's up?
When do you want me to order pizza?
Oh, you can order whenever. How long have I been streaming? Hour 30. So, maybe doing like 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's keep playing some more Katsu. Well, I promise I'll do the Hala video for Friday. I'll try to like record it tomorrow, and then put it on Friday.
F tier Fridays, Hala.
I don't think she's F tier, but okay. So
I don't think she's F tier either. But that would be like when we did it for Fang. Remember?
Yeah. Well, Fang deserves it, right? But Hala. Okay, so like Hala, I think is not quite F tier. I think she's like. What do I have to say about Hala? I don't get what she does yet.
Sword.
I know she does. Okay, so like, let's take a look at how many warriors there are in Classic Instructed right now. So warrior. Is there a way to do like hero cards? Can I search by heroes? Type hero. All right, so let's search by warrior heroes, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, six warriors in Classic Constructed right now. So Dory is like the aggro, like Dawnblade Dory, you've got Hatchet's Dory, you've got a bunch of stuff. Cassai is like the more mid-range, like you got your sabers, you got your whatever. Oh, played against a Marlin. Okay, let's go ahead and lose this one real quick. Do I even have a Marlin board? Here, I'll give them a good luck, have fun. Do we want to bring anything in? I guess we could bring the Flick Flax. Oh, this deck isn't running Warmongers, which I guess is fair. I think this is like not a Shuriken matchup from what I understand. So let's go ahead and bring in the breaking. Do like this. And then we probably want to cut some amount of cards. They cut the Be Like Waters for the Flick Flax and just hope that these can kind of keep us alive. The new card of 1-up damage on block is pretty good. Oh yeah, that's true. That one's pretty alright. Let's go ahead and run like this. So this is going to be a pretty aggro matchup. The new card of 1 damage. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Oh, for Hala. I see what you're saying. Hala seems like a mid-range warrior that's slightly more damage numbers focused than Cassai is. So that's the interesting part, right? Like she seems like that, but the problem is that like Cassai has like that weird like ally synergy portion to her. Like I feel like if you lose that and you lose like the on hits of like making gold and stuff, it feels pretty awkward. So how do we want to get left with the best possible hand? I guess we maybe want to try to pitch the Salt the Wound for ideally links, so maybe just blocking the Retrace probably makes the most amount of sense. Like, it feels like Hala, I don't understand her niche yet, I guess is what I have to say. It feels like, so she could also, like, this is me talking without playing the deck, right? Playing the deck is also very important. And also playing a good deck is very important, right? I think they also took, like, the worst card in my hand, which is kind of funny. I hate when Marlin is doing Marlin stuff to me. I know, normally I'm the one doing it because I'm playing this deck. I'm not the one doing it anymore, which is very sad. Okay, so we have Surging Whelming, which is good. Other than that, I mean, I think we're just popping off on this hand, right? We could also turn this into a Retrace if we wanted to. There's some options here. We could also just Lynx and grab Retrace. Lots of decent options here. I think I like just go. So I also don't really want to keep an Arsenal against Marlin because she does have the Gold Harpoon. I'm just popping my Surging. Yeah, Sand's not bad. I think we just pop. I think we just pop Cross Trap and go to town. And I think if they also don't respect the block on the Whelming, then this gets a lot better. For what it's worth, they do know that the Descendant is in my hand from the King Shark last turn. So this will be interesting. Okay, so how do we start this? We do Katsu first. Could also just grab Bonds. Grabbing Bonds is never a bad idea. Grab Bonds. Bonds grabs. I mean, I feel like we could just like dump the whole hand here, right? Let's start with the Katsu. So we're always Katsuing here. We should do it on the Salts, probably, which feels bad, but probably is fine. We could also do it on the Whelming. We do it on the Whelming, that lets us, like, end on the Salts, but we don't have the Go again is still the issue. So I feel like we have to, like, pop multiple things here. I think we're grabbing the Salts, getting the Bonds. I believe. So now, don't destroy the Breeze Riders, but I think we do destroy links. Let's also pop the links, grab our retrace as well, right? Retrace. So we do Descendant, Retrace, Name Whelming, Bonds, grabs, Gust Wave. I think that's the play. So let's grab the Retrace now. Apparently at some point, Flurry was an additional attack in Dev Cycle until they realized how disgusting it could get. I think that also makes a fair bit of sense to me, because it seems like she's like very good at sending like 2 swings, but not more than 2 swings, or it seems like it's prohibitively hard to do more than 2 swings. That feels like the biggest downside to me. So like Hala feels like she's kind of like an incomplete, not like fully complete deck. Like it feels like there's a lot of room there, but it seems like she's playable at least out of the box, which is nice. But like I don't know if she like necessarily can fill the niche of the like the issue with her is basically she doesn't have the card pool that the other warriors have, right? Also, for some reason this Retrace does not want to get hello? I'm refreshing. For some reason I'm not physically able to play this Retrace the Past. Help? Hold on. Let me go back, actually. Sorry. For some reason it's like not actually letting me play this. What I'm doing. More time? I think something's like kind of worked. Can I play this card? Okay, I can. Try a time? And they might not want to undo. We might just have to scoop this one out. So can we play this now? Alright, this is like unplayable. Alright. Might have to report a bug thing. Donnie, don't like the stream because we didn't do the combo line. But I'll go ahead and scoop that one up because that was kind of awkward. Let me actually go ahead and do a bug report on this one. That was weird. Let me go ahead and report this real quick, just in case they need it. Weird. Yeah, I didn't want to make our opponent like just sit through this. So let me do a quick bug report. Let me grab that. That. And wasn't able to play Retrace Past after refreshing. Cool. Okay, so we found a Tower bug. It's good. Let's see if we can get another. Are we a meta hero? Do we want to grief them? Alright, let's check the Hala one more time. One more Hala check for the road, because that could have also been a bug from them like deploying something. Let's do future. Oh, we can do it now. Okay. Wait, we might end up doing like another Hala video later this week, but let's actually try out some Hala because I know some people in chat were pretty excited. So let's try some future Classic Constructed now that it's live. So let me go ahead. This, that. All right, let's try out some Hala. I'm excited. A little bit of an anticlimactic one for the Katsu fans out there, but that's fine. For endgame of 2-card swing the sword for 4, it seems rough without anything to do with the go again. Cool, yeah. Very excited that we got to play Katsu, the Hala cards on stream. This will be fun. Again, I might still just end up doing like a Hala video on Friday. I know a lot of people are excited about her. This is also a deck that I kind of just slapped together. Not like super really thought out or anything, just kind of like what I thought a decent package would be. The sideboard is kind of jank, but like the main deck seems kind of funny. We're also running this card, which I think Nat in the Discord put me on. So he's basically was saying that like your next weapon attack this turn gains +3, and if this hits, you have no cards in your arsenal. Real top card of your deck. If it's an action card, put it face. So I think we're running like 33 action cards in the deck. So it's like a decent chance of this hitting. And if this is like a kind of like Ancestral Harmony like effect, it could be kind of cool. All right, so we're playing against a Vault. Let's go bring in at least a couple D-Reacts here. I don't even know if Vault does like a fatigue matchup. It could be. Katsu can wait. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, do what the people want. I think I'm just gonna. All right, let's full on fat deck and just see where it gets us. And can we even fat deck Volda? Don't. Oh yeah, don't use sync blow, or don't use sync blow. Okay, let's try it like this. All right, so I'm gonna be reading a lot of the cards. So we have Brimming Blade, sharpen target sword you control twice. So the funny thing is we can just like Arsenal the Shelter here. I think this is so we can do double sword swing here because we have the Paragon plate, so we can remove a counter from attacking sword you control, gain a resource, and then Arsenal the Shelter. I think this works out. Let's fat deck and just kind of see how it works out. I think this is kind of funny. So we'll tap our Paragon plate, give this go again, or get the resource. Oh, we don't have Flurry though. Ah, right. Learning new things. That's fine. So that is an important part of the equation that I am forgetting, is that you do need to make Flurry tokens to swing this twice. Alright, Eruption's pretty good. Alright, we're learning, chat. It's fine. So we Arsenal a Shelter. Okay, and then do we have any Flurry? So this one, if it has 2 or more +1 counters, it gets Flurry. So we can play out like both of these. Alright, let's go ahead and use our Dynamos, and then we could be getting pummeled here, but I'm not going to really play around it. Right, Shelter. Wait. Oh, the line. That actually seems not bad. Go ahead and hold on to that one. Okay, so how do we sequence this? So we play the Sharp Incline, or so we play Edict of Steel first, right? So play Edict, which causes us to sharpen. Then we play Sharp Incline, which will give us the cost reduction because we have now 2 counters. So that will make our Zenith Blade be able to swing, and then we can Polish Blade, I believe. So we Polish Blade, and then we can remove... Oh, interesting. They're going to test. Okay. Pretty good. Seems alright. Yep. Oh boy. Okay, this is still not going... I mean, we're still, like, fat decking, so, like, we're probably still winning the fatigue game, at least. The toe should be still pretty good, though. Alright, I need to figure out how to swing this twice, I think, is my issue. So we found the toe, which will allow us to now get the Flurry token. And we can, like, play Brimming Blade, do the Sharpen thing, and then just use this as, like, pitch or whatever. Mosbull, didn't you read the dev article on Testify and Grip? I think they said it was a fair card. Could be mistaken. Let's go this and Sharpen or Sharpen Clan. I guess we just don't want any cards in hand, right? Now we have the Flurry token, which will proc because we swing Zenith Blade. Alright, Leyline. Sure. So now, do we remove a counter? Or does that help us in any way? I don't think it does, right? We made it not an attack, so it's super fun. That's fair. Alright, so now you can close chain and Brave Forge, which is why... So I've actually been liking the Brave Forge, I think, conceptually over... what is it, like a... Like Brave Forge over What is that new one that she starts with? It's like temper 2 plus like remove, you can like remove it to like get, or you like pay a resource to like get a counter or something. I think that like, I think you probably want to be doing either like the Iron Song, like the one that makes the token, like the courage token, or you want to be using this one just for like the extra kind of like mana sink basically. I hate the grip check. Yeah, most people are not a fan of the grip check. I guess it depends kind of like what deck you play. All right, so they cannot pummel us, which is nice here. I'm going to use this hand most effectively. It's going to block, I guess, with the death. Oh, this is a 2 block. Oh, fascinating. I didn't know that. Okay, let's go ahead and block with a 3 block then. Let's maybe block with the display. Give a little bit of armor as a treat, I think is fair. Sure, let's do this. They will go up to a 3rd surge, but I don't think we really mind that as much. I mean, 3rd surge is obviously annoying, but not much we can really do about it. So let's go ahead and start with the Sword Masters. Oh, we don't have a flurry though. I guess we can sharpen target sword if it has 3 or more +1 counters. Your next attack with this turn gets +1 with this defender. 1 damage. Okay. So we still don't have the flurry is the issue. How do we get flurry? Do we get? Maybe we don't. Electrum apparently really likes Test of Iron Growth, which is fair. Let's. Okay, I'm like kind of fumbling my way through this. Let's go ahead and just like maybe try to arsenal this, and it also gives us, I guess, something to crown. All right, maybe want to scoop it up because I'm trying to read the cards. Let's try to play a little bit faster, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, first game is a W. May Hall is actually cracked. All right, we'll see if we can get the next one. Easy win, exactly. That's the spirit. I want to rip that card apart when I see it. GG's. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's see if we can actually get a game here. Actually, Hala has like a really insane upside, right? Because reading the cards is like a tax on your opponent if you don't think about it. All right, I fully expect to get blown up here, so let's do it. Probably want some number of reacts, I imagine. The total lines actually seem also quite important. Couldn't run like. What are our bad cards? I guess we can cut like. I think we want that one. We can cut the Dusk Nature Pilgrimage and just run like maybe some tasteful reacts. And maybe cut like. Maybe cut like Swordmaster Shine. Maybe that's like more for like the Go Tall decks, and then maybe also Shine as well. Running like a clean 60 and see how this ends up going. Again, I have zero idea how to play this deck, so we're learning together. Okay, let's do block and Kadachi so they don't get their. Oh, I guess they're not running the Dragon block there. Okay, they are just playing out a Shuriken. That is also fair. So Edicts of Steel. So this will create a flurry token, but we don't necessarily need to make multiple. I guess we'll start with the Edict, which will put a counter here. Then we can play this Sharp Incline, which will let us do the sword thing. And then I guess we're just going to spit out a bunch of damage. Damage is always nice. I imagine what we're doing here is we're late flurrying and then closing the chain to pump into bracers. That was a 4-card 13? Or 4-card 14, I guess, with the dynamos, right? It's not bad. Alright, and they're also not quite as skilled as me with the Ancestral Harmony. I mean, not everyone can be, which is reasonable. So I think we do probably want to try to respect the Surging Strike here, so let's go ahead and do that. I want to hold on to at least one blue so we can do like the Brimming Blade stuff. Ooh, Whelming Follow-up, okay. That might mean we're going to just try to block out a bit this turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and cash in a bit. I guess they could also Breaking Scale, so maybe we actually just have to block 6 on this. Not super exciting, but maybe we gotta get done. Alright, into a Gust Wave. So they could end up popping Breeze Riders on this, which is reasonable. But I don't think we're gonna try to bait that out forever, so let's go ahead and just let them have it. Is Hala and her armory deck self-contained, or have you found adding a lot of cards to the deck? So the only cards that I found to add have been, like, Blade Flurry seems obvious. We're trying out Nature's Path Pilgrimage, which I think is like Welcome to Rate Draft, but is kind of interesting. And then beyond that, we're just like playing some blues, but it seems like it's pretty self-contained, and I guess also the Swordmaster Shine I think is like reasonable. Not fully sold on this yet, but it might be good. But it kind of just feels like it's like a weird like Great X deck, if that, or not a Great X deck. It feels like it's like Hatchet Story, I guess is like the best. Right, they do have Dishonor, which do we care about? Probably. We might as well give a few bucks here. I mean, they did use their Breeze Riders for what that's worth, so that's a pretty big deal. So they can also pump this, but I don't think we actually care all that much about losing our hero power. So I'm like kind of fine with this actually. Okay, Tenacity also pretty good. Yeah. Not a bad turn, but oh, wait. Oh, the Dishonor, was the Dishonor not live? Wait, hold on. What did they play last turn? Sorry, I've been like reading back and forth between chat and then also Discord. So my apologies. So the next time you do damage, try and prevent 2 of that damage if you do damage. Okay. Let's go ahead and just pass on this. I don't understand why Blade Flurry was not reprinted in the armor deck. How expensive is Blade Flurry right now? Kind of curious. Let's see. PCG player. Is it creeping up there? Blade Flurry. So I need that one word. Oh yeah, that's $40. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, it feels like that might have been a good include. But you never know, like this is just my kind of like early take on the deck. Like I'm not saying that this is necessarily like the best, like what Hull is gonna end up being, right? Like she could end up not running Blade Flurry. I don't really see like a reason why she wouldn't, but it seems kind of at least obvious from my perspective. Let's keep that Edict of Seal on top because I think that's one of our better cards. And I want to try to save this toe for the line for whatever they do next. Okay, playing out a Shuriken is unfortunate. That's fine. We can still keep an Arsenal at least. So let's now sharpen. I can't tell. Was there Dishonor live or was it not live? I assume it's not live based on me having a hero ability, but I don't know if that's actually just because it's like not coded correctly. Let's go ahead and do. I guess we want to just deadly display this probably, right? It wasn't live. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like cheating our opponent here. Feels like swinging this is also like not super consistent, but I feel like I'm running about as much flurry generation as I kind of possibly can. Let me look up like flurry cards. So I think we're running Shuck, I believe. We're running Shuck. I think we're just not running this one, which I think is like kind of mid. It could also be good though. Like maybe this card is actually kind of okay. We're running basically all of. Oh, interesting. We get our flurry token and then we get Arsenal the total line. The only like weird issue is that the flurry tokens like don't stack. So they could still have some pretty good stuff here. So hopefully maybe try to cash in the armor this turn and hope their draws maybe a little bit more mid. Be like water. So they cannot breaking scales and they cannot shuriken this, but they do also just have empowerment and presumably T. Let's give some blocks here. Oh, the new judge promos have been announced. Let me go. Are they in the like spoiler chat? Let me take a look at those. Oh, there are new judge promos. Oh, we got the is that the was it like the Smash Palace ones? Fightmaster Cox, Wolfar, and then it looks like there's also the Hala equipment. That's pretty sweet. Right, let me go back to the game. All right, what do they got here? All right, Descendant is pretty good, and they can bump that all the way to 5. Oh, but we can block 5. Sure. So we do this pitch. How do we want to do this? I guess we block like this. And then toe the line. Seems like they want it here at least, so we should go for this. Interesting. I know a lot of the judge stuff, they just kind of like to have it be collectibles. Like I know our friend who's a judge, like just kind of likes the collecting aspect of the promos more than like the financial whatever value. But the financial value is also I think a pretty big deal for some. Palshar might be struggling with the new cards. Oh no. Uh-oh. Lucky? Alright, this might be a case where we have to try to play Hala on a Friday once the servers kind of settle down a little bit. That's okay though. Alright. One more time. I'm trying here, hold on. I can like also undo. There we go. Okay, that was weird. Sure. Interesting. Alright, so now we have the edict, so we can go like edict, edict. We have, oh, actually we don't want to, right, because the flurry tokens all pop at once, so we can't do that. So we do Zenith. Huh. Edicts seem really, like, it seems really awkward, like, once you have the flurry tokens, them stacking is very interesting. Any predictions or things you'd wish before the keynote? Oh, so the keynote's like really early this morning, right? At least in my time zone. I don't really know. Nothing specific, I feel like.
I know.
What team? What do you want?
I want an armory deck blank.
That'd be fun. Not a bad choice.
Or alternatively, if they heard the feedback and they're unprinting the new Ailio, read Kano.
Long live Kano.
Long live Kano. Yeah, like a Blaze Armory deck announcement. I can't imagine that that's going to be announced.
Oh, shit. I think I need to block with the Swordmaster's Pass since that's 8. I need to remember this is a 2-block. Dan Brosilio.
Yes.
You all have hatred in your hearts, which is fair.
I do.
Tegan especially.
I cannot.
Alright. So we got Brimming Blade. So the interesting thing about Hala to me is it feels like the payoff seems weird. Like it feels like we're kind of just doing like very vanilla-ish numbers right now. Oh, actually, oh, I guess Brave Forge is the same here. Like if we remove a counter with the Paragon Plate and then we Brave Forge, we're sending the same amount of damage. This feels weird. I don't know about this. Remove counter. Surging. Huh? Can you sharpen an axe? So sharpen is only specifically first target sword. I think I'm supposed to double direct this, but I'm not super thrilled with it. Polish Blade also seems not great right at the second. So I think I'm gonna do this just to deny the tiger, like them being able to discard the tiger, which is functionally getting value. So Donnie, I think we're on the same wavelength there. Like I don't really fully understand what I'm getting over the other warriors, basically. Maybe it's a deck that needs vigor. I could also kind of see, like, I don't know. Oh, also they just have the natty, disgusting. All right, I think we're probably cooked here. I'll let them play it out. Unfortunately, could not deny the tiger for very long. I'll give him a good game. I think with Worry the fun is jumping through the hoops and ending at the finish line 5 years after all the other. I shouldn't have read that comment out loud. Cody, that's very funny. I think this is a warrior that should be very blue heavy and fatigue gameplay. So like Maracuja, why wouldn't you just play like Decimator though? I guess like what is the intent of like the sharpening stuff, I guess is my question. Because it feels like you also kind of get like that fatigue plan from like the I guess like Great Axe stuff, and it seems like it's maybe comparable numbers, if not maybe slightly worse or whatever. Like it feels like, so like the interesting thing is like the flurry generation, right? Because the flurries don't stay around, and you also need to like space them out correctly, which is interesting. I feel like Hala would be really good if your hero wasn't 3 cost. That's also true. This having to like pitch a blue for like +1 value is like definitely a little bit awkward. All right, let's keep experimenting though. I think there's definitely still something here, but it does feel initially like I don't understand the. I'm not saying that there isn't a niche that Hala fills over like other warriors. I'm saying I don't understand it yet. Basically, like I don't think she's necessarily bad. It's just that like I don't see the puzzle pieces lining up just yet. But let's go ahead and give it a couple more games and kind of just see how it goes. So playing gets to Merit. Let's cut the pilgrimages maybe. Bring the like I think I want to run like this. Maybe the fates are kind of redundant. Let's not cut anything that's flurry generation. Maybe the yellow sharp inclines are not amazing. Let's also try to get rid of the Sword Master's Path and see how that goes. I may just try to go all in on the flurry generation. Start at clean 60 and see if it feels any better. I run more attack action to use the sword, go again to end on attack action. I think that also makes a fair bit of sense. Like, to do like sharpen into like CNC or something, that could be reasonable. We can get them with total line here, which is kind of funny. So let's do that. Sure. I mean, assuming they're probably wanting to like overpitch here. I feel like there's definitely still something here. So the issue with Twinning Blade, Mazbul, is that if we do go for like twinning, you also have to find a way to give this. The sword doesn't permanently get Gogan is the issue. It's only the first attack, so that means you'd have to find a way to twinning and then also give the sword go again afterward. It's kind of awkward. I'll give them the honed here, I think. And then we'll just try to toe the line. May save the shelter. Oh, they don't. Interesting. Huh. They didn't want to flick a clave at us. Why? Interesting. A little bit awkward. So unfortunately, we have to prevent damage in order to get the flurry token. Interesting. Let's go ahead and just, I guess, we're probably gonna overpitch a little bit here. I guess we're just gonna go for the deadly display. Yeah, it could also just be like a replacement for kind of like Hatchet Story. It's kind of like what it feels like to me. Yeah, I think that was a little bit sus, in my humble opinion. But that's okay. Alright, so we got our flurry token, so we have step 1 of our game plan online. Edict of Steel is not great just yet, but it could be good. Yeah, I was kind of expecting the flick there, which would have made our like first turn a bit better, but each their own. Sure. Now we can block this. So they're gonna flick now? Interesting. Okay, now they're gonna flick. Sure. Let's go ahead and get rid of... What am I gonna get rid of here? I feel like the Edict is not amazing. It would reset the floor. I think we're getting rid of the Swordmaster's Shine. I think that's the play. Now we can go Sharp Incline, Edict of Steel, pitch in the Zenith Blade, do the thing. Is Hot Streak kind of sick with Flurry? It gets go again for the full turn when triggered. I could see Cassai getting good mileage out of that. It's like I think the Flurry support is definitely interesting for like the other heroes. I don't know. We're learning together. Oh, okay. So here's another awkward thing about the Flurry stuff, right? If I want to play this first to sharpen my sword, that means that the Flurry is not getting... I guess we just shuck at the end. Huh. It seems super awkward. Edict after the first attack. But if we edict after the first attack, then we're like losing the sharpen value, if that makes sense. Like it seems like the edict, like it almost feels like the yellow is kind of bad. Or maybe you still need the yellow. I don't know. Feels weird. So what does Flurry say? Whenever you activate a weapon attack, destroy this. So we can't actually even edict after this attack because this will still try to eat the Flurry, right? But I don't think we can edict here. So I think what happens if we edict, we do this, right? And then this is going to eat the Flurry token, but it's not going to give us another attack. If that's my understanding, right? So we do like this. Yeah, that eats the Flurry. Hold on. Sorry, that eats the Flurry token. Yeah. So let me undo it one more time. So I believe what the actual play is here. Yeah. I think what we do is we just do the Brave Forge and then Arsenal Shuck, or we can Arsenal the Edict as well. Like, it feels very clunky. I'm surprised Hala can fit into that armor with all the McFlurry sheets. Oh no. Yeah, it's bad. This Edict is just either 2 damage or Flurry on the next turn. Yeah, I don't know. If Flurry said May destroy this or at the start of turn destroy this, you'd have so many more outs. Yeah, that also feels like a better way to do it. Like, again, this is also just like my first look at the hero, so I maybe am not understanding it fully. but it seems like it's like maybe not what you want to be doing with like the full Edict of Steel game plan. What was that, a 2-card 10? I think that was mostly off the back of the Sharp Incline though. Like it didn't feel like the Edict was contributing very much, I guess. So they can pop this to 4 on board, not higher. I just give them a little bit of armor here. Let's give them like these 2, I think. Could shred, which would be annoying. I do like these, I guess. We're gonna get the dynamo back anyway, so I don't think it really matters too much. Sure. But now we don't have the flurry token is the issue. I feel like there's something I'm not understanding here. So we can... Maybe we're supposed to do cards because this hand also like doesn't function. Alright, so something is amiss here. Hala only has 2 card 10s if you don't count the entire card it took to generate the 1 flurry. Yeah, that sounds right.
Then it's a 3 card 10. Wow.
So what am I doing here? Brimming Edict, but like that seems kind of bad. I guess we get to do like we don't get to swing again. Oh wait, the flurry. Oh no. Sorry, hold on. I forgot that you can make the flurry token on your turn. Like you don't have to like cash it for the next turn. Okay, so this makes actually a bit more sense. So we do this and then we hold this edict for next turn. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I figured it out. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that we actually like make the flurry on this turn and then we can use it immediately. Not like we have to wait until next turn. That makes more sense. Sorry, I was like questioning my life choices because I saw we didn't have the second like swing on it. Okay, well you do get the blade flurry, which is nice. And I guess we can swing again. So what was the math on that? We played blade flurry, sharpen, pitch to blue. Is that a 3-card 16? No, it was a 4-card 16 because we played the edict as well. So that's like on rate. 4-card 19? I think so. With the dynamos, it's 4-card 17, right? Utilizing her ability is key. Interesting. I feel like her ability is like kind of below rate. Yeah, 4-card 17 with the dynamo, I think is correct. Which is not bad. That's pretty good. And it seems like we're doing kind of okay here. Alright, so no real point to try to block on the Calicera, because we'll probably get T-Tox anyways. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking the Drew. I think like it seems more like her ability is like as there is like a bailout mechanism in case you don't have the sharpen synergy more than like what you want to like actively be using, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like for converting like a blue heavy hand or something. Yeah, I think you're all right in chat. It seems more like not like you don't want to be activating this every turn. It's more like if you have a bad draw, you can activate this to like bail you out. That's what it seems like to me. It also lets you pitch your flurry cards for later in the game. That's true. Like Olay or whatever. It's not bad. All right, what do we want to do here? So we're just getting remarked. It seems fine. If they pump this, then we can sink below, but not jumping at the bit to try to block this. Yeah, it feels a little bit like a puzzle to me. Like I don't fully see all the pieces, I guess, maybe. Let's go ahead and try to sink this Polish Blade for something. Wait, is Polish Blade actually good here? So we play the Edict. We play the Sharp Incline. That makes our sword... Or sorry, we play the Sharp Incline, play the Edict. That makes our sword cost less, and then we also get a Flurry token. Then we can remove the counter... Is it Polish Blade just, like, bad? Oh, we get to choose modes +1. I'm not seeing the math for it. You know who's gonna love this Fabtin. So like I don't play warrior, so I'm like not the person you should go to for a warrior deck. But I think I'm supposed to bottom that because I am I wrong? I feel like the polished blade was not amazing there. Okay. Looks like we might end up blocking anyways. Or I guess we can also crown a province, but we need the flurry generation is the issue. So I guess we can just go ahead and give her here. This seems fine. Right? Okay. Let's not sink the arsenal though. Polish is there for an Uber turn with Swordmaster Shine. I feel it's like the Uber turn is like pretty hard to like string together though. Maybe it's easier than it seems, but I think we've been struggling so far. Oh no. I think I'm getting like the exact same bug as before. It also so what I think Aegis was maybe I like looked at his message briefly before going away. Yeah, it seems like there's maybe a huge number of files being updated and then I couldn't play things. Hold on, let me try undoing. Let me undo. Because I think it's not letting me play. Or wait, did it let me play one? Oh wait, what the heck was that? Yeah, maybe Talishar is broke. Or oh, Arsenal is broken? Interesting. I don't know if you can see the chat or yeah, the chat is kind of like off the screen. But basically it's showing me like playing the Edict of Steel like a million times. Alright, we'll probably end up playing a little bit more Hala for the next video, but I think try revert to start a turn. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Maybe this will work. Nope. Still not letting me play it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. What I can do is actually AHA017. Alright, hold on, opponent. Oh, I can't manual mode, can I? Break. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, hold on. AHA017 add remove arsenal player. Okay, hold on. Let's try that. Alright, the show must go on. So we played this, then we Zenith Blade, and then we can do all the things. Okay, I kind of figured it out. Little manual intervention. I'm not cheating, I swear though. That was a perfectly legal play. Let's go ahead and do the Blade Flurry now. And we also have this, which is not really doing much this turn. Oh, we could have used this to sharpen if we want to, but I guess we can maybe save this for next turn. I don't know. Let's go ahead and pack react here to get the one resource. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm sure the Talishar devs are on it. Like, we got Aegis Warren, we got Jot Rick, got a lot of good people. Okay, so that kind of worked, I think. Afraid of my power. So let's see if this actually works from Arsenal now. Kind of curious. But we're probably just going to try to tow this. Tow seems mildly annoying. Yeah, it works most of the time. Talishar is really good most of the time. It's like, this is also like right after the cards got added, so like I don't expect it to fully work. Oh, they're going to go for the pain in the backside as well. That is the Edict. I guess the Edict is just like good Arsenal. Huh. I think I'm just supposed to... No, am I supposed to take that? I don't think I am. Yeah, and Talishar is free, but you also should support the Talishar devs because they do a lot of good work. So we save the Edict for next turn, and then we go Zenith into... Oh, we need to sharpen, though. How do we sharpen? Can we sharpen? I guess we Hala. Oh, maybe we shouldn't have blocked. Maybe that's the issue. It's better than the One Piece simulator. That's good. I have no idea what to do. I have warrior paralysis here. Guess we'll do this, and then we can like on hit make a flurry. But then the Edict's not very good. I don't know. It still feels really clunky to me. Maybe sharpen into but you can only chest as attack reaction, so you need to pitch this to like do that. This feels awkward. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, no reason block kiss. 2 card 4. Yeah, that sounds alright. What do they got? Codex. Seems good. Alright, into Death Touch. So I think I want to block that because there's a chance they give us the inertia, which would kind of like ruin us. Go ahead and block a little. I think y'all are really underestimating Halla's hero ability to turn a blue into trot along +1. I mean, I think that's what it's there for, right? Meat axe math. That's also fair. Let's do... So we have the flurry already. So we can just Zenith with the deadly display. Or no, but we need to sharpen. Got it. Oh, okay. No, we sharpen with the arsenal. Okay, that's what that's there for. Okay, and then we play Deadly Dispute on the second attack. Sorry, I am struggling here. Or no, we can even play it on the first one if we want to. So now we can close chain Braveforge. Do this, remove the counter. We could also just let this go and arsenal this, which I think is not great. Struggling here. I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like there's something here, but I'm not like fully grasping it. That's okay though. New hero, new things to learn. I don't feel like it's a hero for me, is what I'll say. But with the context of the rest of the deck, her hero ability is actually kind of good. Yeah, I think it is a good hero ability. I think you're just not supposed to use it like every turn, you know what I mean? Which is probably like a healthy design for like a hero ability, in my opinion. Also, these fatal engagements seem awkward. Maybe? Y'all are really interested in the Hala, though. That's very funny. I'm surprised that the Katsu fans were not out in numbers over the Hala fans. I guess new hero is kind of interesting. No blocks. Yeah, this is gonna get weird. So 3-card Marionette hand. Our hand's pretty good. We also have this Olay card. Remove a +1 counter from target attacking weapon. If you do, create a flurry token and draw a card. Seems good. I might end up sheltering this depending on what they do. It looks like interesting Cassai. Okay, that's fair. New hero, still same CC meta for a minute, which has been good in all honesty. That's also fair. I don't know how Hala slots in just quite yet. It feels like it needs like just a little bit more juice. Is my initial impression, but I also just like maybe I'm missing like the powerful thing you're supposed to be doing with her. Maybe that's the piece I'm missing. I think I'm just gonna let them have the black decks here. I don't really see how we get super punished for that. Fine. They want to remark me. I get to keep an arsenal. People seem to be judging her too because it isn't a busted deck, while she can still play the mid-range game with 2-card hand. Like, it feels like she's kind of like waiting for her time to shine, is what I'd say about Hala. Like, it feels like you're playing Marionette, but you're not getting like the what do you call it? Like the insane like value turns or whatever. Oh, okay. How do we want to do this? So I think we sharpen with a blue. I don't think we can afford to play the Swordmaster's Path. I kind of want to just Olay and see where that gets us. And then we pitch the Fatal. I think this makes sense. Yeah, I think it just needs a little bit more time to cook. I think that's like the best way I feel like to describe it. So issue with the Olay. I also feel like maybe the deck is built wrong. Like, maybe actually what we want to do is be running like some number of attack actions so that we can like do Zenith into like CNC or something. I mean, it's beating up the best deck in format, but like you're playing a warrior, which like warriors tend to do that already. I don't think we Olay just yet. I think we Olay on the second swing, right? Do something like this. Oh, we could have also. Oh, we can't Brave Forge that. Yeah, Olay on the second swing, so we get the flurry. Display doesn't do. It almost feels, yeah, it feels like we almost want to be running like CNC or something as an initial thought. Lots of shucks in our. I haven't seen a T-Tox yet as well. Alright, there's our first T-Tox. Nourishing would still be good. So, like, yeah, maybe like a one of Nourishing, maybe some CNCs. Like, it feels like there's definitely some room here. I don't know. I feel like I'm still trying to figure out the deck more than anything. It seems more like a puzzle to me than like this hero's bad or whatever. Let's sharpen. Right, I think we want to sharpen. Then we can do this. Display, remove the counter. Zenith Blade. So let's do this first. Throwing 4 go again every turn is compelling even at its cost. It's definitely interesting. They got the inertia as well, which shouldn't matter too much here. So now we have to Paragon. Grab our resource here. We can do that. I mean, it seems like it's going okay. Oh. Like most warriors, it seems like it's not that hard to beat Marionette, which is kind of funny. Maybe Rainbow Display with a blue heavy deck could be good instead of Rainbow Edict. Which one's Display? Deadly Display? I think that one doesn't come in like full rainbow though. It only comes in red and blue as far as I can tell. Maybe we also want this card, like Gleam of the Blade, just for like additional redundancy. I think that's another option. Yeah, the Hala builds are going to be interesting. I'm curious to see like what direction this deck kind of goes. Gleam of the Blade. Gleam of the Blade? Which one is that? Oh, this one? It's very modal. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's also something we're missing. What do we want to do here? I don't want to just like block, honestly. We don't have a flurry, which is the awkward part. We make a flurry. So this is like kind of like a flurry, right? I guess we should just try to kill them. Having access to constant flurries is the key to keep up the. So my issue with that, we need polish for second attack. No block, just send it. Okay, yeah. I think we arrived at the same line. Let's do so. We sharpen here. We do the Zenith Blade. The polished will give it. We can as an extra cost, remove one or more counters from attacking sword. Use that many modes +1. So we do Blade Flurry. Then do Polished. Do we want additional attack? Discount? I mean, I don't think it matters, right? Sure. To do that, Polish is red twinning. That's fair. Still don't fully get it. So I didn't know if they had like a react in their hand was the only issue. I guess we could have checked. I think we should still be fine here. So let's Edict to make our flurry. And I guess we just kill them with the Sword Masters now. Could I have gone 3 wide? Did I have another way to swing? I don't know. Did I have another way to swing? Rose? I'm not sure that I did. Alright, let's do Swordmaster Shine. Alright, let's make them have a react here at least. What, did I have the ability to go 3 wide? Or was I... Hold on. Let me go back. Is there a way to see the... Hold on. The second reaction lets you swing again. So I thought we polished blade on the first one. Did we not? Second reaction. Which one was... Hold on. Where was it? Second reaction. Edict. You could choose go again and additional attack if you used it Chainlink 2. I thought we used Chainlink 1, did we not? I think we used the Polish Blade on Chainlink 1 because we didn't have a flurry. You would polish Chainlink 2, right? Did we have a flurry though? Hold on. Someone watch it back and tell me if we had a flurry. Because if so, then yes, we could have done the 3-wide with the polished. Interesting. But anyways, let's see if we can get one more. So, Tegan, what's the pizza looking like?
Our driver's picking it up. It'll be here in light.
Yeah, warrior stuff is weird. Anyways, we got some more time for some games. Might as well do a couple more. This hero's confusing, is what I'll say. Maybe I understand the rules wrong, but can't we slot start with Blade Flurry, either lethal or use D-React, and then you use Polished? Okay, interesting. Yeah, you need okay, yeah, okay. I don't think we have the Flurry token then. Okay, so let's run every card in our deck and see how it goes. I assume we're playing against Fatigue Pallades, which would make the most amount of sense. Oh, not Fatigue. Okay. Well, now I look like a jerk. Alright, what kind of Pallades is this? I'm very curious. Bamboozled? Yeah. It could be like a non-fatigue Pallades. Boom, Bolton. Okay. We're cooking. So this is probably like Ellie's deck. Hi, just joined here. First game Hala. What does that mean? First game Hala, I'm not sure. Okay, what do we want to do? So we can Swordmaster's Path. And then Edict into Sharpened Zenith or something?
In the street.
I think we played a couple games of Holland, or actually, hold on, sorry. We do this first, and then we sharpen. So we played a couple of Hala games tonight. English is hard. That is also fair. Yeah, this is probably like our fifth Hala game tonight, or something like that. Fourth or fifth, something along those lines. Depends what you want to count as a game and not a game. It seems like a pretty good turn though. The next time you sharpen his sword this turn, sharpen it an additional time. Huh. So chat, if we want to make room for the gleam of the blade, what do we cut from this deck? If anyone wants to take a look. Do we cut Nature's Path Pilgrimage because it's too cute? Oh yeah, you missed like a couple games, but like I think we were mostly just like learning the deck, so you didn't really miss a ton. You're all good. Yeah, this is gonna be our. Yeah, we did a couple. I don't even know what Nature's Path does. So Nature's Path says, if this hits and you have no cards in your arsenal, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an action card, put it face down in your arsenal. It's kind of funny. It's like Ancestral Harmony, but like bad, kind of. I don't know. It could be good. It's a 1-for-3 baseline, which is like not the best thing in the world. Yeah, it's gotta go. That's fair. All right, so maybe what we do is we cut the Nature's Path Pilgrimage for the Gleams. Where's Gleam? Do I already have that pulled out? I do not. Okay, let me grab Gleam here. All right, so let's put the Gleams in the deck, maybe see if that works a little bit better. Ooh, Snatch, okay. So this is like, yeah, this is like exactly like Ellie's list. This is gonna be fun. Fate. That one's fine to keep up, I think. We're learning new things, and that's what's important. We're also probably going to get hit for like 1,000,000 damage here, but I mean, we could block actually most of it, right? Block this, shelter, go next. It's pretty decent. Oh, up on a pedestal. Okay, so they can put their boulder drop back on top. Seems pretty good. It feels like what this hero is like it feels like what I'm not doing is I'm not doing like the sword swing thing very consistently. That feels like what the issue is, kind of. All right, they got their edge of the seats popping. Seems good. All right, another boulder drop. We will survive, I believe. So block. Probably Arsenal of Fate just to set it up. Seems reasonable. Not too bad. Yeah, I imagine they're gonna probably have a pretty tough time fatiguing us. I kind of assumed this was fatigue Pleiades, so I just like boarded my entire deck, but I feel a little bit worse now that they're just playing like a normal Pleiades list. Or like a relatively normal. This hand needs a little bit of help. Oh, we Reckoning Ball. Okay. Sure. The Sharp Incline's pretty good because it reduces the cost of these swords. So I think we do Fate plus Toe. So I think we could play out all these cards, right? Unless I'm missing something. Or no, we can't play out Deadly. So if that's the case, so let's start with the Fate, I guess, because we're always going to probably play this. Fatal Engagement on top. And the question is, do we play the Toe the line? We could also just pitch this Sink Below, which is reasonable. Sure, let's just toe this for now. You can pair. So can I do the swing though? I guess is my question. So I do the Sharp Incline. That reduces the first cost of the swing. But then I don't get the second swing on the blade. It's the only issue with that. I guess maybe it's like the same as swinging the blade because you're getting the +3 anyways. Maybe that's actually fine. I guess I'm like wasting the flurry. I don't know. Feels weird. It's basically like going. But also like losing a damage on this, right? I think I'm just supposed to pitch this. Pitch this or pitch the sink below or something. Yeah, I think we want to like not arsenal the sink. Like Paragon. Something like this. Kind of weird. It's like very not intuitive to my Marlin brain, which is kind of wild to say. I introed new players with warriors because they like reaction cards, but in the end they were like They like assassins more in the end. What do you think warriors' identity should be? That's kind of a good question. I don't know what a warrior is supposed to be. So, I guess the best example would probably be like. What is the best example of a warrior?
Well, it should be like it should care about weapons.
Right? Yeah, it should care about weapons. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so you swing there. Yeah, so the plan was to do that. I just missed it. This is not Katsu I was lied to. Yeah, we did a little Katsu at the beginning of the stream, but now they coded the cards, so now I want to try out the shiny new cards. Oh yeah, that greedy. I'm chalking that up to a minor misplay in sequencing. I don't think it really matters that much, but yeah, you're technically correct. Yeah, I don't know what warrior's identity should realistically be. It's always been a very weird question to me. So like Guardian's identity is blocking, right? Or hypothetically should be like blocking and like sending like big attack action. Warrior is like you play cards to make your weapon more interesting. So like here's the fundamental problem with warrior, right? Is like if you're swinging the same weapon that has like the same text over and over again, then that's kind of like a boring design for like a hero, right? Because like imagine like Decimator Great Axe. Like that's not what they want a warrior to be. Like they want it to be like this very like you're playing out cards to make your weapons like stronger or whatever.
Do you remember that like explicitly said like we haven't laid this out anywhere because we don't want people to like essentially go like, oh well they shouldn't be able to do that.
Right. So I think like the question of like what a warrior should be is like I don't know. It should be something that's like using its weapon every turn, but like using its weapon every turn in an interesting way, I guess. Or like maybe using like a mix of weapons and like other things, basically. Like that's what it kind of feels to me. Let's go ahead and provoke them here because it seems like it might be annoying. Maybe not doing the second swing and using Paragon on display and keep the sync would have been a better line. You would keep the Arsenal and set up a Flurry token for next turn. Well, the funny thing is I think we're keeping an Arsenal token here anyways, right? And like if we take that line, we're basically losing out on the value we're generating from our Flurry. This deck is hard. I don't get it. Every warrior card should say weapon. It kind of worked for assassins, though. I don't know. It's weird. Good turning point, okay. Good. All the arts in the heart holodeck looks too cool to be commons. Yeah, that's also fair. The funny thing is you can't really play her in Sage, but you can play all like her cards in Sage, or like most of them. Kind of funny. Okay, got a Snatch with the Confidence. We'll definitely be hitting here. Confidence is only 2 non-block cards. So I guess we'll just let them have the value. Do we have any like crazy line here? Like Swordmaster Shine. I don't see like a crazy line or anything. Unless I'm just missing something. Alright, let's Crown a Province. I feel like I'm like sinking something here. I just don't know what. Maybe like Polish Blade. I need some other way to sharpen. Means I have to pitch a blue here. Maybe we don't even pitch anything. Hold on. Maybe we do just these two. Is this hand actually good? Yeah, we Hall Effect, then we Edict, then we just send the rest of the hand. Huh. I feel like this will get more intuitive once I see more people like play out these lines, but like right now it's like very like kind of finicky. Alright, so let's Hala, pitch here. Then we Edict, which will give us the Flurry. Then this will put us to 2, which makes the Swordmaster's Shine go to cost 1. And then we can Polish Blade, do some stuff afterwards. I think Warriors should just be tricky hits, kind of like how they did that chest plate reaction. I feel like it's a bit too restrictive. It does feel very restrictive. Just kind of like the designs feel like they overlap very heavily, I would say. Which isn't a bad thing. Like, I think people enjoy playing Warriors, so like it makes sense to keep printing things that people enjoy. So now we get to do the 3-wide, I believe here, right? We remove a counter for Swords attack gets go again. May attack additional time. So we do all 3 of these, right? But it's not actually giving us any more extra damage, right? So I guess we just Arsenal this. Because if we remove 2 counters, then we're just swinging 3 again, which is less than, or like, we're only getting +1 value out of this, right? If I'm not mistaken. So we should just Arsenal this and hold off for like a better turn. Unless they want to block this, which is also... Yeah, it's literally +1 damage, so we should not be playing this. Alright, they got the Superstar, seems good. Yeah, I think I like the Arsenal there. Alright, double Polish Blade is awkward, though. So we path. Sorry if I sound like I'm also like confused. It's because I am. Alright, so we path Sharpen, so that puts this to 2 counters. Now we pitch the Polish Blade. We do not have a Flurry, so we need to play this in order to get the additional swing. And then we also want the cost reduction. And we need to play this as a reaction. That means the counters go away. So we remove 1 counter to get 2 modes. This has to go again. We want an additional attack, and we want a discounted attack. Think that makes sense? Sure. I look forward to dumpstering this hero as gravy. Damn. Rose is already locked in. Unlucky. Can't spawn camp the armory decks, okay? Not allowed. Alright, so... We're kind of doing powerful stuff. I feel like we're winning games, which is good. Like, it means like the hero's not like fundamentally bad, right? It just feels like there's some clunkiness or like some deck building considerations that I guess I'm not thinking about. Also, I guess this doesn't really have an on-hit, so we don't really care. Probably don't need to give armor here. I guess we can give armor if we want to just like stay alive a little bit longer. But we might as well just fade this. All right, we got the Nature's Path Pilgrimage. I guess let's top this card so that we can play it once and see how bad it is. All right, so we sharpen. Sharp Incline. Oh, we don't have a flurry. Hold on. Oh, this doesn't work. So we pitch the Sharp Incline to a lay. That also still doesn't work. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay. Does the Sword Master's Path, would that have changed anything? Okay, I have no idea.
Are you like?
I'm like having a stroke playing this year.
Are you doing okay?
So I'm like actually suffering here. Let's do. Don't know what I want to do. I guess Olay to set up a flurry token makes a mess. Probably. We don't need a polish, so we don't have the flurry is the issue. Oh, I can use Paragon for the Olay, but that doesn't like the flurry token. Like you have to. Can use Paragon for the Olay. So if I play out the Sharpen, but that still doesn't like solve the second swing issue, right? I think it would just be like one more damage or something. Like there's no way we can swing twice on this turn, right? That's what I was trying to figure out. So maybe the play was to Sharp Incline just to get the extra counter for like +1. And then Olay? That seems like bad. Okay, Nature's Path Pilgrimage is not in here. On Crown, I think we're gonna sink away. We currently do not have a way to sharpen. Means that the Polished Blade is like terrible. I mean, the Swordmaster's Shrine is also pretty bad. I guess let's maybe hold on to the Polished Blade in case we need it. Because it can be like kind of like a source of flurry, assuming we don't draw a new one. So let's sink the Shine for now. All right, blue is good. Get the confidence on hit, which is not bad. Sorry, I'm still learning the hero, so you're gonna see me like fumble through some like very obvious turns, and that's fine. So start with the Nature's Path. Funnily enough, these do not stack multiples, but I guess we'll make do. And then we want to sharpen, do some stuff. Tunic. Interesting. Yeah, we're definitely gonna Hala effect this turn, I think. So we Hala. We have one float. We cannot Nature's Path Pilgrimage unless we also want to just get rid of the Polished Blade. So I think we just start with the Hala Swing and then maybe Polished Blade on the back. That's my thought process. Now we polished. Additional attack, discount. We already have to go again, so that's not needed. Alright, Olay does not go into the arsenal, which is unlucky. And now I guess we just swing like this. I mean, we're still putting out some pretty decent numbers here, so we're not doing bad. Although that being said, they do have like potentially a scary turn next turn. A lot of auras over there. Yeah, this hero is probably giving me an aneurysm though. So polish was minus damage. Was it? So if we did the Paragon, is that better? I have no idea. I believe you though. If you're saying it's minus damage, I totally trust you. Let's Dynamo plus. I imagine we're probably just getting our teeth kicked in here by Pummel. I guess we can do this. Seems fine. Did we already have a second attack? Oh, did we have one from the flurry? Okay, I might have missed that. That's my bad. Oh, did they have a pummel? I think they have a pummel. Okay. I think they're trying to pummel me. Alright, so what did I do? I did these two. Oh, they got me with the suspense is killing me. That's funny. Alright, so let's button the display. Or we could actually go for the nature's path into display, set up the flurry for next turn. Kind of fun. Do that instead. I trust you if you say I'm misplaying. I believe you. You don't have to convince me. I struggling with this hero because I don't play warrior normally. This might get them here though if they don't have a react. Okay, they do have the sink below. Makes sense. Let's see if the Nature's Path Pilgrimage actually triggers though. If it does, this will be insane. Get our flurry and then we do trigger it. Okay. Now we're cooking. Alright, so I need you all in chat to apologize to Nat who suggested this in the Fletch and Bad Discord. You saw it here first. Nature's Path Pilgrimage putting a card into Arsenal face down. Very cool. Short Shrift, discard a card. Don't think I care. Alright, send me the bill. Free Arsenal. Exactly, that was insane. That was great. That's the kind of synergy we want, right? Hey, at least I'm having a fun time. That's what's important. Free Arsenal is pretty sick, though. No, Greedy, you're totally fine in chat. I am more so just saying, like, just for, like, I'm saying that more so, like, I agree with you. that I probably minus damage. But I'm also, like, reading all these cards for, like, the first time for the 5th time, basically. This seems like a good hand, though. Do this. I mean, I'm assuming this is lethal, right? Send me the bill. Yeah, I like that. Alright, we do Edict of Steel now. So now this Swordmaster Shine is free. Seems really good. So it seems like Edict is like a flexible card more than anything. Or like more flexible than it seems. Like often it's going to have like the overlapping portion of it where like you're going to use the second flurry, but you don't mind that anyways. I guess it's like maybe I'm supposed to think about it. Alright, opponent gave us a GG's. We got them. Very nice. Alright, I think that's probably my last Hala game in me. But that was very cool to actually see Nature's Path Pilgrimage do the thing that it's supposed to do. That's pretty sick. I think there's maybe some argument to Gleam of the Blade over that slot, so I kind of like slotted that in. But if you want to go take this piece of crap deck and try to fix it, let me know. Send me a chat on Discord or something. Yeah, I think there's still like a lot of experimentation to be had. So let me go ahead and post this in the stream chat just in case any of y'all want it. Yeah, that is the deck list. Yeah, so someone solve this deck and then tell me how to play it, and then I'll play it again. it seems like there's something that I'm like missing here that maybe like a more seasoned warrior veteran would maybe understand a little bit better. All right, but thank you all for stopping by. Hope you all enjoyed. Again, we did a little bit of a mix of like Hala and Katsu gameplay, which was a little bit fun. But yeah, someone let me know what Hala ends up doing in the Discord or whatever. I know someone who will solve it. Who's gonna solve it, Rose? Is it Josh Lau? That's probably like the best answer. Yeah, thanks for the stream. See y'all around. I'm gonna go eat pizza since I haven't had any food today. I'm kind of hungry.
It's turned up.
Oh, thank you, Tegan. But yeah, I'll see y'all around. Hope you all enjoyed. Catch you later. Not me, lol. Okay, fair enough.